Welcome to the Petros and Money Stop Number 5 Chevy Summer Tour live from Brews in Tustin, California. Let's go Tillers.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Petros and Money Virtual Chevy Summer Tour. Brought to you by Chevy. Find new roads. Here is Petros Papadakis and Matt Money Smith.
Sports Studios in Burbank, streaming live on YouTube at AM 570 LA Sports.
Link at the bottom to sign up for the Chevy is right there.
With the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour, here is Petros Papadakis and Matt Money Smith.
Solo voy con mi pena, sola mi condena.
The Lord grant we may all be tillers of the soil.
Going it out, Vic. Petros and Money, AM 570 LA Sports, live on location for a PMS Chevy Summer Tour stop for the first time in 2 years. 1222 Irvine Boulevard, Tustin, California, Rockin' Brews. We cannot thank Katie enough, Michael enough for hosting this awesome party that is just getting started.
Everybody's rolling up. There is still room. Please come on out. We are fully staffed and ready to go here at Rockin' Brews In Tustin, we have a skeleton promotional crew because most people have been fired. But,
hey, man, it's furloughed.
What we lack in promotional crew, we've made up for in cameras and production, Matt. We are not only live here, wide open and ready to see people with a full bar and all kinds of drink specials, but we are on YouTube and Facebook with the digital elements of the last year and a half.
Much like we did all of last year and for half of this year's summer tour, there is a virtual component for those of you that could not get off of work or are not able to make it down to Tustin. You can simply log on to YouTube or Facebook, find the AM 570 LA Sports feed, and the entire broadcast is being shown live in the moment, including during commercials. We're still doing it, going back live on the YouTube and Facebook, giving away a whole host of prizes. And P, we have got a stacked show today as we make our way to Dodgers on Deck at 6 p.m.
We do have a lot going on today at 6. Dodgers on Deck with Tim Cates, who is here. He's produced a lot of shows. He's all CIF baseball, just like his daughter, Layla.
He's produced a lot of shows, all CIF baseball in 96. Let's all celebrate, because everybody loves Tim Cates.
Our producer, Tim Cates, will be doing Dodgers on Deck from here from 6 to 7. If you guys still want to party or you need a cup of coffee when we're all finished, you can still hang around from 6 to 7. But usually when Cates comes on, it's kind of like turning the lights up at the old folks' homes. I'm just saying. Usually that's when people leave. People file out. It just tends to happen.
Maybe tonight will be different, right? It's our first appearance in 2 years. Maybe. How many of you are going to stick around for Tim Cates? Dodgers on Deck at 6.
Yeah. That's what they say at church at the beginning of the Easter service. And then you get your communion, and the priest is looking at the back of your head. But for those that stay, God bless you, and God help you if you get that drunk. We do have a great show in store, like Matt said, this very hour. The Chargers brass, Jamal is in the house. And, of course,
isn't this great?
The voice of the Chargers, Matt Money Smith.
Chargers.
So that means the GM of the Chargers, a hot-footing, crazy-ass guy, Tom Telesco, is going to be sitting right here in the very next segment. So we have that going on. Sweet James Bergener, who does not have a table set up of miniature things to give away.
No chapstick?
Nothing.
No stress balls?
He's going to be here, though.
No beard combs?
Sweet James is going to be here, and we have some interesting what if I die in my own bar, Bon Scott's birthday questions legally for Sweet James, to get into the Rock and Brews.
Yeah, electrocuted in a puddle on the Woodstock stage because I'm playing the electric guitar. What do we do?
Right, yeah, that kind of thing. Rock and Brews talk. Insurance. And then in the final hour, Matt, Sniffin' Griffin's barbecue sauce and rub.
Unbelievable.
Warren G is going to be here at 5 o'clock.
Let that sink in for a minute. All you people sitting here on the patio and inside those beautiful Catalina doors that have collapsed to make this one giant party room.
I mean, I feel like I'm on a veranda in Brazil.
Unbelievable.
It's really nice.
You're going to be in the presence of Warren freaking G.
Instead, we're here in Tustin.
Yes, in Tustin.
And it's a beautiful day to be here in Tustin.
It feels like Ibiza.
It does.
It really does.
It feels like we're on Paradise Beach in Mykonos. And you were there in Mykonos. All right, listen. Play some rock music, Ronnie. Apparently we can't have real rock music, and I'm so angry. And they had to break the news to me right before the show that we just get generic rocker guy in the studio like, yeah, that guy, instead of no, instead we have to get like instead of Mama's Fallen Angel and Love Bites by Def Leppard. I mean, during the breaks and stuff, we'll have music here for the drunks. But
we get Love Nibbles.
Yeah.
And we get Stepmom's Fallen Angel.
Yeah, on the show.
They're not the originals, but they've been okayed for use.
Birth Humans, Fallen Person.
Yes.
But no, we will have generic music, unfortunately, to do our rock and roll promotion right now, because it is officially official. Stop number 5 of the PMS Chevy Summer Tour. Wow, wow. Come on, Ronnie.
Hit it.
Come on, play that. Who are these guys?
I'd say this sounds like maybe a deep album track from like Nerf Herder or Deep Blue something,
What
like a
is
nice
this?
mid-tempo.
Toad the Wet Sprocket? Come
Right.
on, man. We're at a freaking hair metal bar. What is this crap? I mean, the PMS listener union's over here shaking his head. He's a musician. How am I supposed to promote anything with this crap? What else do we have available, Ronnie? What else?
Yeah, let's go. Let's scroll through them, Ronnie. Let's figure out what our beds are.
Let's see what this
Is this Sympathy for the Devil? Is this Jet?
What is that? What is
That's
it?
terrible.
What am I skipping through the summer?
Okay, big
All right,
drums.
now,
We got big drums.
We can handle it.
Big drums.
If you're here at Rockin' Brews on your table, and I believe this was Matt Money Smith's idea,
Hey, now.
the QR code that is on the table will take you to the webpage where you can enter to be a finalist for the 2021 Chevy Silverado. That's how goddamn modern we are. That's the truth. And if you're watching online, it's on am570lasports.com, keyword Chevy.
Exactly right.
Or even here.
Easily accessible.
You can do it here, too.
Do it immediately before you forget because you're too drunk.
We are brought to you by that great company, Chevrolet, the number one selling full-size pickup in all of California. I play nothing but generic studio music in my Chevrolet. That's how great it is to drive. I need
some generic beds.
Yeah, I don't need anything signature. I don't need my experience sullied by some rock star.
You know, I heard a really cool bed under a TED Talks. Could I find that music and repurpose it for our AM Sports Talk show, please?
What I enjoy is excited civic music.
Yes.
The music of people moving when the sun is out.
See, it's like never hit the snooze button. That's the first loss of the day. See how inspired they are?
When I wake up in the morning, I clap my hands and I say, I can't wait to see what today has in store.
Attack the day, everybody.
But if there's an accident in your day, you call Sweet James, the dead spirit of justice. If you've been injured, call Sweet James at 800-500-5200. We are here at Rockin' Brews, where great food meets great music, Matt.
Indeed, and again, we'll say it, 1222 Irvine Boulevard, right off the 55 freeway at Irvine Boulevard, right off the 5 freeway, easily accessible, and thankfully, it is attached to a giant parking lot that holds a number of different establishments. So plenty, as we like to say, ample parking. Don't feel like you missed out if you're not here yet.
And Chef Merito, the official seasoning of PMS.
Well, we are the official seasoning show of record, and it is the official seasoning of the Petros and Money show.
Everybody loves the chef. And Kirin Ichiban, premium Japanese locker, crafted to be rich, simple, bold, and authentic, dedicated to a few different things.
Well, one, it's dedicated to ingredients because, well, you wouldn't have the beer without ingredients.
No, you wouldn't.
Two, it's dedicated to people because you need people to drink your beer. And three, flavor. If it has no flavor, you're probably not going to consume it. And they are dedicated to those three things, and they want to remind you that they are for those who never compromise the pursuit of great taste. Kirin Ichiban.
Number one rap song. All right.
I would quickly, one of the adages of the Petros and Money show is this. Yes, it is a Frogman Friday, but quickly, if you see someone standing, please invite them to occupy a vacant seat at your bench. We like to believe we're all one happy community, and no one should be standing if they do not choose. So invite them to sit with you if you have an open spot, and just cram in and have a good time with everybody.
But
there is a but.
Not up here. Stay the F away from us. You guys can pack in like you're, on the Greek ferry headed to Santorini.
Ooh.
But don't you dare come up here and touch us.
Outside the red velvet rope.
Look, I got my fan. No, of course, we'd love to see all of you. Thank you for being here. It's a joy to be together, and we're so happy that we could do this again. We really do have a skeleton crew of people that have put this together, and they've done a great thing for us and our listeners, so we really are appreciative.
Frogman?
Yeah, it is. Okay, we want to do that first?
Frogman?
Do it. Do we have the Frogman music?
Frogman.
Can we play more than 30 seconds of it?
Me.
Fair question.
Frogman.
Where the sky touches the sea. I'd hate to be sued by the ghost of Mike Nelson.
Frogman.
He'll name names,
Character played by Red Scare Advocate. Somebody who did not walk the crooked mile. No. Our friend and hero, Lloyd Bridges, from the great television show, See ya.
This was only practice. But just around the corner of time was a moment when our little lessons would pay a dividend in liberty or death.
Don McLean. Don McLean.
What are you, nuts? We got to get that stuff to Florida. Do you know what that's like these days? You've got the freaking Navy everywhere. You got frogmen.
Frogmen?
You got EC2s with the satellite tracking stuff. You got the freaking Bell 209 assault choppers up the ass. We are losing 1 out of every 9 loads. No duck walk anymore. I tell you. Forget about money. What do you suggest that is reasonable?
Hey, Ronnie, you got C-Lab?
Yeah.
If you're looking for me, you better check under the sea, 'cause that is where you'll find me, underneath the sea, lab, underneath the water, sea, lab, at the bottom of the sea.
What a blessing to be here in Tustin. Our last live summer tour event was August 2019, Ballast Point in Long Beach. That was Olivia's last day as an intern. We had a sailor theme going. I left on a boat, not a whaler.
A boat, a yacht. You didn't leave on a boat. You left on a yacht.
A Grand Banks. I just took it further into the harbor and then
You were with a yachtsman.
I was. Now, there has been one event at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa in September of 2020, but it hardly compares to this glorious moment here in Tustin, California. Home of Deshaun Foster's Tillers and the Foothill Knights. All right. There's 3 Armenian Foothill Knight brothers over here, volleyball playing brothers, and they represent Foothill. But a knight is not as fun to celebrate as a tiller of the soil. So we can relate with the tiller of the soil here in Tustin amongst these beautiful trees, but not really a medieval knight or somebody with a metal thing around his puzzo.
You've been tilling soil?
Oh, I grew up like that,
You
man.
grew up tilling the soil?
Come on, you knew I did. You've seen me. You see the marks.
I mean, you're chivalrous.
Hey, let's do it. Let's till that soil. Till it.
You see the marks, it couldn't be anything else.
You say it. Say it with me. Till that soil. Till it.
All right.
We wouldn't have this town if the soil had not been tilled. Now, we're here at the glorious Rock and Brews restaurant. We've been here before for a soft opening, I believe, and Tom Telesco was here for that as well, which I think is a great sign for the future of the show.
Damn right.
Absolutely right. Tustin has always been a proud but quiet Orange County town, known as the City of Trees. Tustin. Why? Because many native sycamores and oaks.
Oh, the sycamore's got a shout out.
Yeah, who was the guy who's into the sycamore? Yeah,
Right there we go.
Indiana State guy or something. Well, look, we're all proud of the trees here, and many more when the people came here to Tustin. Well, people were already here. I mean, but when settlers came here to Tustin, they said, well, there's a lot of trees, and they said, well, let's plant some more. And they've been planting many trees here since the 40s.
Just take a look around. Trees everywhere.
It's beautiful.
There's a tree on this patio. Who'd have thought?
In fact, and we're not going to cause any trouble. We have had listeners arrested after these events, but today's not going to be that day. Tustin was so quiet in 1942 that the police chief took all the calls to his house, and there was no police headquarters. If you went to jail, you just went to this guy's guest room and hung out. And he didn't have a radio in there. It was really, it sucked.
Linoleum floors.
Oh, it's terrible. Only 3 officers at the Tustin Police Department in 1948. So we are here in Tustin to liven things up, but let's make a pact that none of us are going to be arrested tonight. Let's trust, you know what I'm saying? It would be like kind of,
I don't see everybody clapping. I think there are some that do not
there's a couple
subscribe to that
people like,
idea.
you know what? I'm going to try.
I'm going to try, but I cannot promise you anything.
Well, we're here to celebrate togetherness. And also, since we do talk racing on our show, since the quarantine, and we're giving away our 8th motor vehicle or 9th, actually, motor vehicle. 8 Chevy Silverado and 8 years of great sports talk.
Great sports talk.
We would be remiss, Matt, if we didn't mention the Marconi Automotive Museum here in Tustin.
Right up the road, as a matter of fact.
1302 Industrial Drive.
Well, you want your motor museum to be on Industrial Drive. It's an industry unto itself.
You know, I thought about putting that in the intro, riding right up the road, because it has to be, right?
It does.
It's got to be somewhere around here.
I have no idea where it is.
Now, let me tell you.
Other side of the 55.
I will tell you about, has anybody here been to the automotive, the brothers?
We got one. We got the brothers.
The volleyball brothers?
We got
you
one
guys,
here.
You been to the automotive museum?
You had prom there? They had their prom there.
A lot of work events there. I think they have a full bar, which is great. I mean, anywhere with a full bar, I mean, we can make it happen. But let me tell you a little bit about that automotive museum, Matt.
Please.
They host events.
Okay, like proms. Foothill Nights proms.
They got all kinds of cars.
Okay.
And they're open for about another 45 minutes.
Well, they're not giving away Dodger tickets or Magic Mountain tickets like we are.
We'd
That's what we're
prefer
doing.
that you stay here because we have a great show planned. And if you're here
sports talk
at Rockin' Brews on Tustin, you can put on the YouTube or the Facebook or just look up, I guess, and watch yourself.
Exactly right.
It's, you know, like, because that's what the clubs, that's why all the clubs have mirrors in them. People want to see themselves socializing.
Well, I believe Dave Weiss has commandeered the screens. So instead of seeing circa 1980s hair metal videos, you're going to be seeing us and yourselves throughout these next 2.5 hours.
After you sign up to win the brand new, beautiful Chevy Silverado. And there's the very special Matt Smith code phone thing.
The QR code right on your table. Just snap a photo of that, sign up immediately, and win you a truck.
Now, not every silver lining comes without a dark cloud. And we have one today. That we have a great regret. It's a serious regret.
Uh-oh.
Look, the one thing that I'll miss from our virtual tours is the absence of the Matt Money Smith steaming hot dog box that got us through a lot of virtual shows over the last year and change.
That's
It really did.
We need sustenance. And
people are fascinated with hot dogs. It's America and the summertime. But we can't bring food to a restaurant. It's a real no-no.
Exactly right.
I grew up in a restaurant family, and you just can't do it. So the hot dog box had to stay back. So today, we're going to do our kind of dancing.
Cannot play with them. Cannot win with them.
With a great,
cannot coach with them.
The great partner, you the listener. And for the very first time, it's a real live PMS event. First time since 2019. Bienvenido. All right, Ronnie, play some of that generic music and let's get out.
We do have giveaways. As we mentioned, Dodger tickets. We have Magic Mountain tickets that we'll be giving away. We have Vans shoes. We have Chef Merito gift baskets. Hey, Weiss, throw me one of those. Just give me something. We've got this Don Newcomb bobblehead.
Hey!
Where's someone wearing Dodgers gear? Someone wearing Dodgers gear. Stand up. I got to throw it. You got to catch it. Are you going to catch it if I throw it?
Don't throw it.
You're going to catch it if I throw it?
Don't
Here we
throw
go.
it.
Ready?
Oh,
damn it.
God, I told you
Damn
not
it.
to.
I got 2 hands.
And he's dead. The man is dead. Honor the man, he's dead. How can we do that?
Tom Telesco is going to join us. Talk some NFL, Chargers football next. We have Sweet James.
Now he's like the Khomeini in the streets. I mean, have some dignity.
Remember, we got to go virtual.
I told you not to throw it.
The commercial breaks are not commercial breaks. Get to the YouTube, get to the Facebook as we continue to go live at AM 570 LA Sports on those 2 platforms.
You're clear.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get 10% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models.
This is Petros and Money.
Hi, Colin here. It's time for World Champion Dodger Baseball on your home of the Dodgers, AM 570 LA Sport.
Hey, coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Dodgers on Deck. Join me, Tim Cates, as the Dodgers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The All-Star break is coming up at first, a 3-game series against the Snakes. We get it started at 6. Join us here on AM 570 LA Sports and all along the iHeartRadio app.
Hey, it's David Vassegh. Coming up, you'll hear the latest on the Dodgers pitching prospects and how they can help the Dodgers this season. Hope you're enjoying the Petros and Money Tour. The Dodger Insider Report with yours truly, David Vassegh, is up next.
Not all personal injury law firms are the same. Experience counts. Results matter. If your case is important to you, call us now for a free consultation.
Coming up next, Chargers General Manager Tom Telesco stops by the PMS Summer Tour. Don't go anywhere. Live from Rocket Brews in Tustin, it's the 5th stop of the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour right here on AM 570 LA Sports.
This is the Vassegh Report, featuring Dodger insider David Vassegh virtually from Dodger Stadium with a selfie stick.
Hope you're enjoying this awesome Petros and Money Summer Tour out there in Tustin. It's time now for your Dodger Insider Report. Josiah Gray, many want him called up, but patience, my friends. Josiah Gray has dealt with a shoulder injury for the last 2 months and just made his first start in nearly 2 months last week. So Gray, after only pitching 2 innings for the first time in 2 months, needs to be built up to at least 5 innings and 75 pitches, which probably won't happen the first week after the All-Star break, but near after that. So keep your eyes out for Josiah Gray and also my guy, Ryan Pepio, who carried a perfect game into the 8th inning for AA Tulsa. The Pepio may be an option towards the end of the season. The Dodgers would prefer to stay away from him and maybe make a trade before July 31st. Now back to the Petros and Money Summer Tour.
Join us for your chance to win.
Awesome turnout here at Rockin' Brews Tustin, 1222 Irvine Boulevard, but still plenty of room. We've got all the doors wide open to the patio. The patio is packed, but still plenty of chairs to share a table with a fellow Petros and Money Show listener. We've got tables inside. We got bar inside. Delicious food, drink specials, Rockin' Brew drafts are just $5 during our 3 to 6 time on the air. And you can win a Chevy Silverado, the #1 selling full-size pickup in California. So hang out, come on out. We are here until 6 p.m. If you can't make it, check us out on YouTube and Facebook at the AM 570 LA Sports feeds.
Well, our first guest today was the first guest we ever had from this location ever. He is a weekly guest on the show during the football season, a friend of the show, a measured and subtle breath of fresh air. After listening to the two of us talk for 3 hours a day, it is a man who makes great moves. And we're all looking forward to the Los Angeles Chargers season in SoFi Stadium. Foosball. Wide open, and everybody enjoying what is professional football in the biggest media market, or second biggest in the world. It's Tom Telesco on the Chevy Silverado Celebrity Headset on PMS, looking spry. Back from vacation. What's cracking, Tom? How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here.
Thanks for coming out.
This time of year, what happens? Not much. A lot for you guys. It feels like kind of a, I don't want to say silly season, but about the deadest period you guys can have, right?
It's basically the only dead period all year. You know, the whole league kind of shuts down for a couple of weeks. We all get a little vacation time before training camp starts in a couple of weeks. And then the grind starts from there on out.
Do you monitor what are you on social media, keeping tabs on what everybody's doing? Are there people at the facility? Is the facility open if they want it?
Facility is open. Our coaches are out right now. Most of the players are gone. Since the whole league kind of shuts down, there's not a lot going on. You know, you do have to kind of monitor it here and there to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Right.
Which is, you know, I got to always all the time. But no, this is everyone kind of takes the same vacation because once we start going, it's 24/7.
Some guys took the same vacation. I noticed online yesterday that Justin Herbert had his charity golf event up in Eugene and had a pretty darn good turnout from a lot of his teammates. Kind of what does that say about? Well, I mean, you know.
I didn't see a Telesco Smith foursome at Bandon Dunes.
It's kind of weird to invite the boss, right? You know, maybe.
I don't know. You probably should. He's the guy that drafted him and made him a star.
He's probably seen me golf, so he kind of did one of these.
Well,
whatever.
Look, this is the Eugene Country Club, okay? This is a fine golf establishment. What is it, you know, as a GM to kind of see that sort of support, a number of those guys making a trip up to a spot like Eugene to support the charity there?
Oh, I love to see it. And that's how teammates come together. And it really comes together in the offseason. Guys like Keenan Allen have been in the league for a number of years, veteran player. He was at the offseason program every single day working with Justin Herbert and working with the rookies. But see those guys all kind of work together, and to see them off the field kind of hang out together, get to know each other, that's all part of team building.
When Herbert had the great year that he had, a lot of people were shocked, and a lot of people obviously very excited. But there are a lot of market challenges in year two for a young quarterback. What are some of those things to keep that guy playing at the same level, but and better in year two?
Well, you're right. So the whole league, you know, for our offseason, every team that we're going to play next year, they're working on what they need to do to beat us. So they have a whole year's worth of watching Justin Herbert and watching what he does well, what he doesn't do well, his strengths, his weaknesses, and try and figure out a way to defend him. Now, for us this year, we're going into a brand new offense, which is really going to be a completely new offense. So that's going to help us a little bit. But also Justin is getting better in the offseason. To have a full offseason, no draft work, no draft combine workout, just all football, and a lot of playbook, a lot of learning the offense, a lot of working with the coaches, and then timing with our receivers, obviously. But he has another full year. You take big jumps from your first year to second year, not just quarterbacks, but all positions. And we expect the same thing from him.
When you break pretty much every rookie record there is to break as a quarterback, a lot of people wondered why not just keep it, continue as Sammy Sosa.
Keep it, continue the same thing.
Exactly. Was there any thought of that? And is there any concern about bringing in a new offense that he's got to relearn, like you said, and figure it out?
Yeah, I mean, it's something we talked about, something we looked at. But in the end, we have to make decisions for the whole football team, not just for the quarterback. But we also felt like the offense that we're going to evolve into fits him really well. Both his ability to throw the football and ability to move out of the pocket and make some plays with his feet. So we think it's going to work for him. If we thought this style offense wouldn't work for his skill set, we probably wouldn't have gone this route. You don't want to change too much. But we thought for the good of the football team and the fact that it fit him and the coaches we could bring in, we thought it was going to be a good fit.
You're a young guy. You're looking around here at the Rockin' Brews, Tom.
He looks younger than everybody here, right? Because he's so spry and healthy. Compared to us.
You see some Doors, some Poison, some Alice Cooper. When there was
AC/DC at Bon Scott's birthday.
A young Tom Telesco walking the halls of the John Carroll dorms. What was pumping out of your dorm room? What were you banging on that jam box of yours?
Probably Pearl Jam.
Is that right?
Pearl Jam, yeah.
Just Pearl Jam.
You know what? We probably weren't a huge music crowd, probably growing up. Certainly in college, but probably a lot of Pearl Jam growing up.
Okay.
Probably in college, yeah.
Maybe a little Smashing Pumpkins, a little Melancholy, the Infinite Sadness.
No?
Not maybe the blue one, maybe the red one. Nobody, nothing. The great Tom Telesco, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, You don't want your football GM smoking reefer and screaming Jeremy Spoken in the middle of the night anyway. You want him concentrating, okay? You don't want him worried about, if he's in the 10 club or anything like that. It's not important. The LA Chargers going into training camp, that's what's important, and we are going to be in training camp at least once.
We're going to be down there, yeah.
Matt will be there a whole bunch of times, obviously. Going into training camp last year, so many challenges. We got to watch them live. Well, not live, but on that HBO show. Is it that much different this year as opposed to last year? It seems like there's still some hurdles.
Well, we'll get back to normal, thankfully, with training camp being open. Hard Knocks was great last year, but that's a one-time thing. Hopefully, that was very, very unique to do. Something we had to get used to as we work through it. It's great for the fans to see kind of behind the scenes how we work training camp. For us, it provides some challenges, but it was great that everybody could kind of see that Justin Herbert kind of start to see our players kind of see how good he really was. You see that behind the scenes. But training camp finally just back to normal in Costa Mesa, and looking forward to it. I mean, last year was difficult. The practice all year, or the whole training camp with not one fan out there. It was just a sterile environment. You get so much from a crowd. Just the tempo, sense of urgency, and having you guys out there, it's helpful.
Are you I don't know if you know the answer to this, but do you know what your training camp's going to look like? It seems like every day we hear updates of, we got 70% of the league is now vaccinated, and we got to hit this certain number for it to be a full-on, wide-open training camp. Is that stuff that you guys have to turn in numbers every day to figure out what you're able to do?
We do, but what you see in the field will be no different. There'll be some protocols that we'll have to follow, behind the scenes inside our building. There may be a couple little different things at practice. But once we're in between the white lines, there won't be anything different as far as where our vaccination rates are.
And what about people that want to come out in terms of, like you said, getting that energy, getting people into those stands to watch?
It's open. It'll be open for practice. Now, we probably can't have our players come over to the fence and sign autographs like one-to-one. We'll figure out a different way to get autographs out to the fans. But, it's going to be a wide-open training camp. We'll have the bleachers. We'll have some shade there for everybody. And like I said, our players really enjoy it when there's fans out watching practice because it's a long season. Practice is a grind, but in training camp, they can perform in front of people. And that brings the tempo up of everybody. And it's exciting to watch. Plus, we've got San Francisco 49ers coming into practice for 2 days. So that'll be some great work as well.
It's hard to keep them down on the farm on Gary and Shannon Day, too.
Right.
Oh, come on. At Chargers training camp, it pops off. Let's talk about a couple of players. Well, one that's no longer there. Hunter Henry is gone. That's always tough. He was a great player. He moves on, but looks like Derwin James is going to be back and ready to rock and roll. That push and pull of loss, and how hard is that just to walk that line all year? And you get used to being around people.
You're right, and it's we know as part of the business, as professional sports, you sign players, you draft players, they move on other places. But yeah, like for Hunter Henry, for instance, I watched him grow up. Essentially, we drafted him as a junior. He comes as a young kid, and then you really see them grow. He gets married, and he has a baby.
Yeah.
And you really get to know these guys because you work with them every single day. Plus, they're players that go out and give you everything they have. So to see a guy move on, which we would love to have kept him, but you have to make difficult decisions. We all have a salary cap, so you have to decide where the money goes. But yeah, to see players move on, it's hard. But you get a little bit immune to it too. You just know it's part of the business. And for every guy that moves on, another guy's coming in.
Guys that are coming in, revamp the offensive line. There's one name that I think a lot of people are excited about, and that's Rashawn Slater, because a lot of people thought he might be off the board by the time you pick. There you go, a little bit of applause on the offensive line there. But the signing of the picks, it seems like they trickle in, and every day we'll hear, is the draft class signed? Is that anything to be concerned about? Is that stuff that you have to worry about when you should be just kind of on vacation for the next 3 weeks?
Yeah, we do kind of shut it down a little bit. It will get done. The draft contracts are pretty simple. We got just two third rounders and a first rounder left to do. They'll be done before training camp. It's the typical agent club back and forth, but it'll get done.
What is the status of the Telesco family youth sports over the course of the summer? What's happening right now in mid-July?
I just came back from Edison High School from a summer league basketball game. Got a win over Elisa Nagel. I think that's who they played. But it's been summer league basketball every day. It's been 7-on-7 football every day. Big tournament at Bosco this weekend, this Saturday morning, Sunday.
Doesn't the 7-on-7 drive you crazy though, with those receivers in their stupid wetsuit outfits, acting like they're doing something? Doesn't it bother you?
That is true. A lot of dancing going on nowadays on high school football fields.
Only touchdown I ever scored in 7-on-7 was on a draw.
I think Tom was looking for details.
I'm just saying.
You know, so.
Hey, everybody backs out. There's no D-line.
Not a lot of 2-back sets in a 7-on-7.
Yeah, just, no, I was in the 1 back. I just, we were in zebra. I just hopped over and.
That was that.
It kind of opened up for you?
Oh, God, you couldn't believe it. I mean, you could drive a truck through the hole.
Is that a Orange Coast College baseball hat that you're wearing?
It is, yeah.
Supporting the training camp spot?
Right
Look
down
at that.
the
There we
street.
go.
Yep,
Got
right
some
across the
applause.
street.
Got some applause there.
The great Tom Telesco, ladies and gentlemen, a hero of the show.
Joins us every week.
Of local football and professional football in the city of Los Angeles, which is accessible to everybody this fall and through training camp for your Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.com. Tickets must be reserved, I believe. Yes, for fans to join training camp. So make sure you hit that up. It starts 26th. Is that correct? 26, 20. I think I'm going to be out there the 27th. That's the big Saturday all-day affair.
Everybody comes out.
There you go.
Right? Yeah.
That's going to be a big party celebration out there. So be sure to check it all out at Chargers.com. A little bit of downtime now, but a big thank you to Tom Telesco for coming out to Tustin. Absolutely.
Thank you. And we shall return with more great sports talk live from beautiful Tustin, California at the Rockin' Brews. If you're in the neighborhood, come on down. Have a beer, say hello, clink glasses with somebody that you've never met before that loves AM Sports Talk Radio as much as you. You can take a look at the crowd during the breaks on YouTube and Facebook. Warren G's still coming up. Sweet James is going to be in the house. Matt's going to attack the Raiders. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon.
You're clear.
It's Petros and Money.
Personal injury law firms are the same. Experience counts. Results matter. If your case is important to you, call us now for a free consultation.
This is Petros and Money.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get 10% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models.
Hey, coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Dodgers on deck. Join me, Tim Cates, as the Dodgers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The All-Star break is coming up, but first a 3-game series against the Snakes. We get it started at 6. Join us here on AM 570 LA Sports and all along the iHeartRadio app.
Hi, Colin here. It's time for World Champion Dodger Baseball on your home of the Dodgers, AM 570 LA Sports.
Rock and roll haiku fans are feeling you. Number one, thank you for watching the haikus on YouTube and Facebook and the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour in full effect. You want the haiku? You want some rock and roll? You got it. Coming up next. Yeah.
We are Petros and Money, and we endorse Rockin' Brews in Tustin. Go Tillers, where great music
Meets great food.
This is Petros and Money. From a secret off-site location, possibly in the Far East, possibly in Whittier, this is Vic the Brick Jacobs on the Petros and Money virtual Chevy Summer Tour.
Oh yeah. Rock and roll haiku for you. Are you ready to rock? This is homage to one of the great rock bands of all time and space. They emanated, born in Brooklyn, New York. They saw all the bands. They saw the Stones. They saw the Beatles. They saw the Who. And they said, we gotta fill a void. We gotta put some paint on. And we gotta do some pyrotechnics and just rock. Like it's our last show every night on stage. I'm talking Kiss. I wanna rock and roll all night and take it to the streets. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Kiss. I'm feeling you.
Petros and Money Show on AM 570 LA Sports, live on the iHeartRadio app and live on YouTube and Facebook. Yes, we realize there is no sound during the breaks. That is because we're not allowed to pay Queen on YouTube and or Facebook.
It's the virtual summer tour that is available on Facebook and YouTube and the AM 570 LA Sports channel that prevents us from playing anything but generic, available to the public rock beds. And I do want to give a quick shout out to you right there at the table in the Dodger gear is Jesus.
Hello, Jesus.
Everybody, Jesus drove 4 hours from Tulare to get here. 4 hours.
Hello, Jesus.
For our first time out since 2019. Thank you, Jesus.
What do you want us to do? Worship you?
I get it, yeah.
And a big thank you to Tom Telesco, the very measured man who runs the Chargers. And joining us right now is our host, the owner of Rockin' Brews, Matt.
We love
Adam.
Adam.
We would not have an event without the owner of Rockin' Brews,
Thank
our
you.
dear friend Adam Goldberg, CEO, partner with the guys from KISS and all that. But the reason Rockin' Brews exists, the reason it stood strong like a rock through the COVID pandemic, and all these places were able to reopen and serve these beautiful neighborhoods like this one in Tustin, is this man right here. What's cracking? Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's great to see you again. It's
great
been a while.
to see you guys, and thanks for coming back, and great to be back open here in Tustin with Rockin' Brews.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit, Adam, just a little bit about some of the hills and gullies you guys have had to ride. You know, California's, it's been tough on restaurateurs. There's no doubt about it. And you have employees and people that you want to be working. How did it all go? And it's wonderful to see the place wide open.
Well, thanks. And it's been a true challenge. I mean, this has been a challenge for the restaurant industry, not just Rockin' Brews, but everybody across the country. We have, 22 locations around the country, and we're all going through the same thing right now. And we open, we close, we open, we close. The governor couldn't make up his mind if we can open or be closed. And, but we're open, and we're open to stay. And, the only way this happens is when you have great staff, and our staff here in Tustin is the best.
Yeah.
When you have some downtime, unfortunately, a lot of times you'll do some inventory. You'll kind of say, all right, what can we work on while the restaurant isn't open and we're serving people?
Yeah.
What came out of that? Like, what did you?
Yeah, like new wave. Did you like, we're going to have a new wave night?
I'll tell you, the
Pet Shop
number one
Boy.
thing that came out was hazed and confused.
Yeah.
I got a couple of
confused.
hazed and confused, hazy IPAs for you guys. And, we thought it would be a good
Cheers.
idea if we
That's
taste
why not.
these.
I live in a constant haze.
But
Anyway.
what we like to do is we got a bunch of them out here. We're going to pass them out to
All right,
everybody here.
let's
So
all have a
we
beer
got
and
some
a toast.
samples for everybody to try.
Let's all have a beer and a toast to being together.
So we've been making some great beer, actually.
Yeah,
So
you
we
have.
started brewing this last year over at Buzz Rock Brewery in Torrance, California. It's our brewery that represents us. And,
Oh, yeah?
And they're doing a great job. They also brew for George Lopez and Lopez Brewing Company.
Okay.
And over at the Brews Hall in Torrance. So that's where our brews are fresh. And I'll tell you what, we can't keep them in stock.
And they're available at all the Rockin' Brews?
All the Rockin' Brews, you get all of our beers.
And this one is
Hazed and confused.
and confused.
Yeah.
Hazed and confused.
All right, cheers, everybody.
Hey, thanks for coming out, everybody. And here's to the Knights and the Tillers and Rockin' Brews and Adam and his wonderful business. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you guys for coming.
That's good beer.
Delicious.
That's a really good beer. So how many did you make? What'd you make? Lager? You got like a wheat? You got?
We got Over the Pills and Far Away.
I get
Great
it.
Pilsner. Red Our Love.
Oh, really?
What was that one?
A Red Our Love.
Red Our Love.
And then Hazed and Confused.
There we go.
So those are our three beers right now, and they're going so well. We're going to keep making them.
Love it.
Any thoughts on maybe like a soft rock series? Nothing like that. Like an expose.
Like a honey wheat.
It must have been wheat beer.
That's
But
coming.
it's
I'll tell you what
over
we do have coming in about 2 weeks is our own seltzer.
Okay.
So we're doing our own seltzer that.
Yeah. How do you guys get in on the old seltzer craze?
Well, we're doing a natural seltzer that is a clear seltzer, and we have our fresh organic juices that we mix into it. So we have
that's
6
good.
flavors.
Ooh, I like it.
So you get to choose what kind of flavor. We mix them live for you at the bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it going to have a cool rock name?
It will.
And you won't tell us yet?
Second trip out here.
There we go. All right. Oh, second trip. We've been invited back.
You're coming back. We want you back.
There we go.
Yeah.
How about I'm back in a New York seltzer group?
Oh, I like it.
I'll take it.
You don't want Freely involved. I get it. I get it. I understand.
But what about food items, Adam?
Well, I think we should be involved in the naming.
Listen. I like the Yacht Rock idea. Yeah. I like the Yacht Rock idea. To me, that we can get some Player, some Ambrosia, maybe some Michael McDonald. I mean,
Dr. Hook,
Christopher Cross.
Oh,
right.
You're not much of a Yacht Rock type.
I'm a big fan of Yacht Rock. In fact, at 2 of our Rock and Brews starting in the next week at our Redondo store and in Buena Park, we're going live music series, actually. First time we've ever done it. We got 10 weeks of a summer concert series.
Really?
Yep.
The Redondo's right down the street from me. I've seen the setup. It's beautiful.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, people love it.
Yeah.
Well, what a wonderful success, and it's so great to see you back in action. Tell us a little bit about the food.
Well, the food has, it's only getting better. I'll tell you that as we continue to grow, we've really improved a lot of our pizzas. You guys probably know
I've seen the pizza.
Pizzas are great. People are loving the pizzas. Our ribs, we've now gone to 7 days a week with our barbecue. So ribs, chicken, we got ribs.
Quickly, what is of all the genres of rock? Because I get the sense, and listen, you got a little bit of everything, right? You got a little bit of the corporate rock with the Radar Love. You got some Zeppelin. You got the Hazed and Confused. Like, would you say, the nucleus of the Rock and Brews brand? What type of rock and roll?
Yeah, like Christopher Cross is the Yacht Rock artist of record.
Right.
Hey, it's rock and roll. I mean, rock and roll, there's so many. I mean, you see the artists around us.
I see the
you come
Grateful
here
Dead,
and you
I see the Doors,
Yep. So,
Springsteen.
Hey, it's a place for all people that love different kinds of rock and roll, right?
Okay.
I've been to over 125 Grateful Dead shows. I feel comfortable here because I love to see all the steal your faces and you see the dancing bears.
125?
Yeah. So
that just bought another 10 minutes on this interview.
So where across the country?
Across the country. I ended up out west because I was on the 94 Dead tour and I never left.
I did three shows at the Silver Bowl with Bruce Hornsby.
Who could forget it?
Yes, those were epic.
I ended up staying in Vegas. I never left Vegas after that 123-degree weather.
Understandable.
I want to live here.
That's not a good. That was not a good temperature for the mental state, by the way. 123 degrees.
It was a little hot.
Spent a lot of time on that floor of the Silver Bowl under that water.
A lot of vitamin C.
Yes, indeed. Thought I was going to get scurvy. It was terrible. There was a moment there where it could have really gone bad.
You guys want to argue about the 2 drummers and which one was called a percussionist?
Hey, you want Mickey, you want Bill. Take your pick. Figure it out, huh?
But getting back to, we have it for everybody.
Band after Pigpen, right? I mean,
we miss Brent. Once we lost Brent in '91, everything kind of.
No, but you brought up Hornsby. Hornsby was a lot of fun with Hornsby.
Everybody can relate.
That's great.
Did you ever meet Bruce Hornsby?
I have not.
Adam, you're the best. Thank you so much for having us.
Glad that came out. Thank you, guys. Thanks for being here.
Exactly.
All right.
Hazed and Confused.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. And remember, while you are here, Rock and Brews drafts are $5 because
$5
Adam declared.
Because of Adam. Hey, has anybody here met Bruce Hornsby? Really? Have you?
Silk's met him.
You're going to tell your story.
Yeah, you are.
Anybody else?
That's 6 hours? Okay, cool. We will get you there. Once again, thank you everyone that's out here. The next stop, by the way, will be announced.
Ride out mode for the rest of the
At the end
fucking
of the
show.
show.
All right, what's up, YouTube, Facebook? Can you guys hear me? This is Tim Case, live at Rock and Brews in Tustin. Petros, how's it going so far, man?
Everything's going pretty good. I mean, people are here. Can people hear us now?
Yeah, they can hear, right? Thumbs up, thumbs up.
All right, well, give some away then. I'm gonna go walk around.
Why is it gotta be like giving something away all the time? Can't you guys just be happy with watching the Petros and Money show on YouTube and Facebook? Look at this great camera work we got right now. Dave Weiss working the microphone here at Rock and Brews in Tustin. We got a portable camera walking around. We got over 300 people here hanging out, having a great time. A lot of old faces from the Petros and Money show. A lot of old listeners, a lot of new listeners, a lot of familiar faces. Hey, Dylan. Hey, Dylan. Camera guy Dylan. Trying to get the camera guy Dylan's attention. He's walking around right now. Just so you know, YouTube and Facebook people, I am not looking at the comments right now. I am not looking at the comments. So if you're writing anything that's really mean, I don't appreciate it. But at the same time, I'm not going to read them. So I'm just walking and talking right now with Dylan. And my mic is stuck here. There we go. It is unstuck, unclogged. Got it. We're good. Petros, people want to hear from you again. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Thanks, B. All right.
Sign up to win the brand new Chevy Silverado at am570lasports.com. Keyword Chevy. am570lasports.com. Keyword Chevy. My 8th grade teacher's running around here somewhere. Oh, Mr. McKim. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, dude. Let's go say what's up to Silk here. Let's say what's up to Silk, bro. This is Silk, long time listener and supporter. Thanks for coming out, Silk.
Tim, it's great to see you. It's great to be out here for PMS at the Rock and Brews in Tustin. I mean, look, everybody's here. You can see.
Who are all these people?
This is the president of the PMS Listener Union, of course, Ryan.
God damn, that's the president of the union right there.
This is a guy named...
Now we meet face to face.
You can see it all. Look.
Stickers.
But yeah, Tim, we just all want to thank you for everything you do. We're the great listeners and great sports talk, Tim. You're the best, of course. We give you a hard time on Twitter, but it's only because we love you, bro.
Thank you, Silk. Thank you. I got to talk to Ryan here, right? Ryan is the president of the PMS union. Hi, Ryan.
Your least favorite human ever.
So here we are 2 years later after a summer tour. Now we're back.
Truth. The best day in 2 years, to be honest.
Why?
You know, sitting at home last year, watching the show virtually was fun, interacting on YouTube, but being here, seeing people celebrate, enjoy being in each other's company, seeing the show live, drink and celebrate. It's absolutely the absolute best.
In all seriousness, why did you start the PMS union?
Because I kept sending emails to Petros and Money that the volume was too quiet. And it would drive me nuts because I couldn't hear what they're saying.
On the podcast?
Yes, on the podcast. And I was like, there's got to be a better way. And they kept making the union references, union show of records since 2006. I was like, you know what? The union might make a difference. And so we started the union. My apologies to Ronnie and to you.
No, the union is strong. How many members strong now? 5, 6?
We're at, a little over 3,000 members.
Holy crap.
Yeah, a little over 3,000.
Did you ever think you'd have 3,000 members?
No, never a chance. We started with one, and then when Petros and Money started retweeting stuff, I was like, this would be hilarious if it got to 500 members. 3,000.
Where? All over the world? All over California? Where are they from?
The stickers have been sent to the Philippines, to Germany, to the UK, all over the United States, to Mexico. There are...
How about China?
Not to China yet.
China, okay.
They blocked the mail in China. Yeah, they blocked the mail in China. But it's been all over the world. It's been awesome.
Well, in all seriousness, thank you for your support. Thank you for everything you do with the union. You guys are still a pain in my ass.
Even today, even this morning.
Thanks for coming out, Ryan. Thanks.
Thank you, Tim.
All right, let's go back to the show. Go back to the show.
Good job, Kate. The field that cannot feed even its tiller burned down every stalk that stands on it.
Dong it out big. Petros and Money. AM 570 LA Sports live everywhere. More importantly than the iHeartRadio app today, live everywhere on YouTube and Facebook at the AM 570 LA Sports feeds.
Tim Cates was just running around interviewing the PMS Listener Union guy with the white guy afro over there.
Right.
And that's Silk.
You know who he looks like? He looks like freaking Sean Penn in Carlito's Way.
A little bit. He's a little more bald.
A little more bald.
You're less bald.
It's the glasses
Yeah,
and just
kinda-
the disco vibe.
Yeah, that coked out lawyer.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good look for you. That is a luminary. We do have some luminaries. It's a good time to, and we know many of you and we love you all. A lot of people are new at their first event, and we think that's very special as well. But Silk from Jim Rome Smack Off fame is here.
Silk Bra.
And he brought us this Kimi Räikkönen for what t-shirt to be auctioned off later. For what? For what? For the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour, of course, auctioned off, I said. And the Listener Union guy is there. He's
Ryan
got
Van
stickers,
Tile.
and he's an unbelievable guy. He runs Rhino Music, a music company. And also at the table, a very, very undercover PMS Photoshop bandit. I'm not going to say who it is. He's just there, like the Phantom of the Opera. I'm just saying, there's a lot of
Photoshop bandits here.
Swole Daddy Travis is here. You know, a lot of the comments. Speaking of Swole,
Travis has the flattest of flat bills when it comes to Petros and Money Show
pretty
listeners.
good,
It ain't
yeah.
even close.
Pretty flat.
Not even close.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
My 8th grade teacher at Christ Lutheran School, who almost flunked me, Mr. McKim, is here. Thank you, Gail McKim, and
Chuck the Asian.
Chuck the Asian. Who could forget?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
He moved. Shut right here in front of us. To your right. To your right.
Yeah.
Chuck the Asian.
Chuck the Asian. Hedge Fund Ryan.
Hedge Fund Ryan's here.
He was here.
He was here with Child.
Yeah, but he was.
He went home. He went home.
He remains elusive. But there have been a lot of great listeners and wonderful people that we've gotten to see. And we're so happy that all of the old and the new are here for the PMS Chevy Summer Tour. And a big thank you to all of our sponsors, right, man?
Well, Chevy, number one, if you're just showing up, we've said it multiple times, but we'll repeat it on
Have
your
you done
table.
it? Mr. McKim's having a hard time.
There is a
figuring it out.
QR code. Get that QR code going. It'll take you to the page to sign up to win the Chevy Silverado and be one of our 12 finalists. You
Young,
could be
help the old.
today's
Help the old.
finalist. We got 12 of them. It'll be a 1 in 12 shot if you become one of the finalists. Again, the QR codes are on the end of these picnic benches out here on the patio. Thank you to Chevrolet, the number one selling full-size pickup in California. This year, we will give away our 8th Silverado and our 9th Chevy vehicle. 9 freaking car and trucks we have given away. 1 car,
9.
8 trucks when this thing ends. So thank you to Chevy. Sweet James is going to join us at the back end of this hour.
Oh, chair selling Kevin is back there.
Where?
I mean, Nathan. He's back
Oh,
there.
Nathan with the big Pedro hat on.
Yeah, he keeps my Pedro hat safe. Hey,
Yeah.
Nathan.
Hey, if you need an office chair, talk to Nathan. He's right there at the bar. The finest office chairs in all of Southern California.
Like a Ted Baker.
Herman Miller's a bitch compared to what Nathan's got.
Oh, Herman, yeah, he's a hope.
He got nothing going.
He's got nothing on Nathan Kevin.
Sweet James, if you're in an accident, call Sweet James at 800-500-5200.
Where is he?
You want Vic?
Vic ain't coming. He's too weak.
We ain't seen Vic in a year and a half.
He's too weak.
Yeah, sadly. Rock and Brews, thanks to Adam. He just joined us in the last segment. Great food.
He did a video.
Meets great music. $5 Rock and Brews beers. We highly recommend the Hazed and Confused.
Hazed and Confused.
Also, Chef Merito. We got giant bags of Chef Merito things to give away like this with big buckets and bags and spices and marinades. Young lady, come here. Come here, young lady.
Young lady.
Come here.
What is your pleasure?
Come here.
Young lady.
You go take this to your mother and you tell her it's very heavy. You think you can do it?
It's from the chef.
You think you do it? Yeah, look at how strong you are. Take that to your mom. You help her. Help her take that. There we go.
Oh, wait.
Chef Merito.
Oh, the other one's got nothing. She's coming back empty-handed.
Hey, look what your sister brought me. What do you got?
Tonight, we have Dodgers versus D-backs Serpientes in the house in beautiful Chavez Ravine, and David Vassay is calling the game with Charlie on AM 570 LA Sports. Don't you groan.
It's going to be great.
Big moment.
It's going to be great.
So David Vassay is calling the game, but Tim Cates will be live from right here.
6 to 7 p.m. We're off at 6. Dodgers on deck at 6. Don't go anywhere. The giveaways will continue. Dodger tickets, Magic Mountain tickets, as Tim Cates does Dodgers on deck from 6 to 7 p.m.
All right. So let's move forward with the program, shall we? All right. Yeah, whatever. Let's do the word of the day.
He hurt me with his words.
The word of the day.
Today's word is fan. Now, I don't know. Fan. I don't know. Not this. No, like a fan, like a fanatic, like a sports fan. Now, I don't know if you guys have been watching the NBA Finals. I find it, well, I'm sorry that the Lakers aren't in it. I'm sorry. Big deal. But I don't care about the Clippers either. It's refresh. Look, if the other teams don't belong in the NBA Finals, then why do they exist in the NBA? Right?
Buenos dias.
If Phoenix doesn't have a chance to make it, then why the hell are they playing? You know, I mean, come on. What the hell? You know, everybody's like, oh, it's great to see the big markets. It's like, well, every once in a while they have to lose. So that has happened. We have an NBA Finals between Phoenix and the Milwaukee Bucks. That's good rectification. That's good. No. No. Give it back to Manny Ramirez. No. Give it back to Manny. Give Billy. All right. No, thank you.
You're welcome.
But you thought she came back.
I thought she came back like, hey, I'm empty-handed here. You want to help me out? All right. This kid gets everything in our family.
So you guys you all know who's playing in the NBA Finals. You've at least watched a little bit of it. I mean, this is supposed to be a sports show. I know I don't help much with that.
Never heard of them.
Listen, I'm not against the Phoenix Suns, even though they have a Greek on the Milwaukee Bucks, who we love, Giannis Antetokounmpo. But I can't take the fans. The Phoenix fans who have been shown over and over again on
they lost their mind last night.
There is like a few in particular that I can no longer take. Like, I don't know what it is about these people that they have the jeans like they have, where it looks like they're wearing two pairs of jeans, but they're really tight. And then they have tears, but the tears only reveal more denim under it. I don't get it. And then the long-haired guy, the white guy with the long blonde hair.
They had a dude that was tripping balls.
Yeah, the headbanging guy. Oh, no, that guy, yeah.
He was out of his mind.
Yeah, the guy that's on the bow of the ship in Apocalypse Now, flying through the jungle.
Out of his mind.
Yeah, slipping through the raindrops and dodging the native arrows. I don't get it. They got to stop doing this. And then the stupid thing they did with the two-shot where they're having the fans count down while Giannis
takes the free throws.
A great Greek American is trying to take some free throws, and I find that as a Greek American offensive and maybe a little racist.
I don't think it's racist at all. I think he takes forever to shoot free throws.
They never counted for anybody who wasn't Greek, right? Am I wrong?
You got it exactly from the crowd.
Thank you, sir. The criteria, and that guy's got a Grateful Dead shirt on, so you know he's enlightened.
I got that shirt. I love that shirt.
I'm just telling you.
That's a hell of a show.
That
I wasn't there, but I heard it was awesome.
Oh, come on. I was there, brother.
I heard it was amazing.
I'm just saying that ESPN or ABC is they've done horrible things.
Who they got on sideline?
Lovely young lady. I think her name is Malika Andrews.
Oh, yeah. That's a great job.
It's a lovely lady.
Hell of a job.
And my apologies to her. I'd never seen her before.
No. Didn't know she was going to be on the final.
Kind of a late ad. But I did notice that.
Yes.
But the two-shot counting down, I think is borderline racist against Greeks. I think it should be said. There are a lot of things are racist. A lot of people are gay. It's a lot of people that are.
Yeah, I'm not gay, so it's a lot of people who are.
Thank you. But the display of the tripped out, white trash, desert hardened, rutted out fans, and
to some people it's very relatable. Very relatable. To those that huff gas in trailer parks across the United States, they can really kind of vibe with those people.
I am just shocked at just how, it's almost like the Sacramento Kings are winning the NBA Finals. Is
it that much of a difference? Central California?
I guess not.
Yeah.
You see the marks. Anyway,
you see the marks. It couldn't be anything else.
I watched 2 nights in a row, and that's my takeaway.
Giannis played great.
Well, the Greek. I mean,
He delivered.
He's a Greek
for
one.
all the Greeks.
Hey, Leonidas died in that battle.
Darn right.
But he saved all of Greece and inspired a nation.
That's what Giannis is doing. Inspiring the Greek community.
I even tweeted.
Scorchianidis couldn't do it.
No, Socrates. He was too short.
Papaloukas could not do it.
Nope, he couldn't do it. I tweeted a picture of a Greek flag in the wind. I was so inspired. But I really hated those Phoenix fans.
Yeah, I kind of did too, except for the guy that was tripping out of his mind.
Well, that guy,
that guy was awesome.
He's not getting off the boat until he goes all the way.
Exactly.
It is time for the number of the day.
All right. Number of the day. This is likely to be wildly unpopular, but I do want to share it because
That's a great way to start a
Isn't
story,
it though?
right?
As I look around
Now,
and
a
I see.
lot of people won't like this.
No, I want to use that as a pretext as I set this up.
Acho approach.
We can still be
This is gonna be
just
an
uncomfortable conversation. I see all the Dodgers gear out here. And I do want to remind you that with the Dodgers win last night, they remain 1 game back of the Giants and a whole 4.5 games ahead of the Padres, right? But your number of the day is 4, as in Grand Slam, as in Slam Diego. Boo is right.
Oh, it's a great moment, though, man.
That's what I want to share.
Oh, come on. Then why did you preface it like that?
Because we routinely hear from Tim Cates.
You made it sound like everybody's going to get an enema.
Well, we routinely hear from Tim Cates. Dodgers fans don't care. They don't pay attention to the Padres. Nobody cares. Let us know when the postseason rolls around, whatever you do in the regular season. If you happen to miss it, yesterday in San Diego, Max Scherzer on the mound. The Padres are down 8-2 in the 4th. Call up from AAA, Daniel Camarena. Straight out of Cathedral, born and raised in San Diego, called up earlier that day. Cathedral Catholic.
That was Luke Walton's alma mater, I believe.
Yu Darvish is struggling and just called up from AAA. Camarena gets the ball, and because the Padres have been so god-awful, as of late, he wants to save his bullpen. Camarena gets to hit for himself with the bases juiced and no outs, and
Los Angeles Angel of Anaheim, Camarena.
We're basically chalking this up as a loss. If you're Jace Tingler, whatever, just let the guy hit, even though the bases are juiced with no outs.
What can we do?
I just got to send him out, save the bullpen.
Camarena.
He had never notched a major league hit. He had only been at bat 1 time in his major league career. It was a strikeout. And yet he was left to bat for himself with the bases loaded against a Cy Young winner and a World Series champion, Max Scherzer. Here is Don Orsillo and our friend Mud, Mark Grant, on the call. Hit it, Ronnie.
Camarena to deep right field. Camarena plays it. Slam Diego. Are you kidding me? The Padres pitcher that just brought up from El Paso, the San Diego kid, to the grand slam. That's unbelievable. Oh my gosh.
Place is going nuts. Understandably, they're down 8-2. Now it's 8-6. But the reason you need to find the video, and here comes Mud. Way to lay out, by the way. I like that. Appreciate that from a broadcast team.
This is the Valley's call.
Yeah.
The hot zone.
I'll tell you what happened. He missed with a fastball down and away, down and in, and now we know the hot zone of Daniel Camarena. I don't think he realized what he had done. Don, you mentioned his family is in attendance.
Oh my God.
So they're laughing, and this is why you need to find the video.
Unbelievable.
So his mom and his dad are in the stands. His dad has his iPhone up, videoing the at-bat. And when the ball gets jacked out, he's in such disbelief that the phone drops to his side because he can't believe what he's witnessing, and his mouth is just agape that his son just hit a grand slam. And then all of a sudden he tries to hold the phone up, and he gets weak in the knees. Like he starts to get emotional, and his knees get so weak that he has to collapse onto the chair.
Like when Dawson Leary knew he lost Katie Holmes.
Yes.
And when he collapsed on the pier.
Exactly
in
right.
Dawson's Creek.
Exactly right.
There's a big meme of that.
He got weak in the knees. He collapsed. What a great moment for that young man, for the family, Cathedral Catholic in San Diego.
There was a dark cloud.
There was a dark cloud because there was Manny Machado, one of the most hated individuals in all of baseball, waiting with the stupid swag chain to wrap it around his neck and to spin that logo instead of just letting it be a much more natural and family-oriented celebration.
Yeah, they brought the swag chain
Yeah.
in, and they made me feel like I'm going to get you, sucker.
That's why you can just stop the video after you see the dad collapse and turn around and fall into the seats and feel good about that young man, his family, and a pretty awesome baseball
Are
moment.
you sure the dad just wasn't full Maradona in Sochi? Just drunk and
could have been
seen in a sorry state.
I love that he's videoing and the phone just drops to the side and he realizes, oh no, I'm not getting it. I've got to hold it back up again. Oh no, my legs are giving out. Now I've got to collapse.
Scherzer had to wear it, huh?
He wore it hard. Up 8-2.
Curly dub.
And they end up losing the curly dub. Congratulations to the Camarena family and to our friend Mud for laying out with that great call.
Well, we got plenty of baseball tonight here at beautiful Rockin' Brews in Tustin, and up at the Ravine, Dodgers versus D-backs. David Vassay with Charlie Steiner on the call. Dodgers on deck from this place where Tim Cates has been running around and working his ass off doing interviews during the break to entertain people watching on YouTube and or Facebook. First pitch of the game is at 7:10, but right now it's time for Ronnie, the song of the day.
This is the song of the day.
Enthusiasm is our song of the day from an artist named John Go. The standard generic rock anthem as we display our enthusiasm at stop number 5 on the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour. Broadcasting live from the Rockin' Brews in the city of Tustin, celebrating a Frogman Friday with the people who will have a chance to sign up to win a brand new Chevrolet amidst other prizes to be given away during the show, which also includes the fine people participating via Facebook and the YouTube. And we'll walk you right up to Dodger programming with our good friend Tim Cates with a live edition of your Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck program that's coming up at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Ronnie. Unfortunately, Ronnie has to abide by the rules of YouTube and Facebook and has to play the same generic beds we.
I ain't scared of YouTube. We light fires in the studio, but
I
we're
think they
scared
shut
of
us
YouTube.
down. I think they shut us down on our first virtual tour stop.
Shut them down.
Wacko's wacko. Let's go. Start acting wacko, man. Start breaking some knees.
Oh, we hired a guy named Wacko. Why'd you fire him? I don't know. He's crazy.
When we return, your top story of the day, we still have Sweet James this hour. At the top of the hour, Warren G. Smith and Griffin Barbecue Sauce and Rugs going to be joining us live on site. We're going until 6 o'clock. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook, the AM 570 LA Sports feeds, or come see us live. Plenty of room still available at Rockin' Brews, 1222 Irvine Boulevard, Tustin.
Thank you.
We're clear.
YouTube, Facebook. We're going to go over to another table over here. Okay? We're going to say hi to some PMS listeners. Are you Jesus? You guys drove 4 hours to get here? You listen to PMS all the time? What'd you bring? 4.5 hour drive. What's the favorite part of PMS? Besides me. Why? Why them?
That was up when I was taking a shot? I don't want to take a shot. Not right now. No.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out. All right, who are you?
love the Angels. I love BMX. I just wondering.
You got one of them wrong. Not the Angels.
5:30.
Dave, right?
Right here. We'll figure it out.
Okay. We're not in Newport. We're in Tustin.
Yeah, whatever. We're County. It's all the same. You love the Angels.
I like your shirt.
Yeah, the Jays all the way. If you're injured, call for the Jays.
Phone number.
877 800 500 5200. That's the number. That's the number. 86987 257.
That's the phone number of the radio station. Thank you.
Tonight, coming up here at Rockin' Brews at 6 with this guy, Tim Case,
Thank you very much.
the master of the radio.
All right, let's go find some other people. Hope you guys are enjoying this on YouTube and Facebook. Let's go find somebody else.
Hey, I love Petros and Money.
All right, let's go find some other people. Where should we go? I wish I could see the comments on YouTube and Facebook right now, because they're probably all really negative comments based on the fact that everybody is really mean and says mean things. Let's go to these guys over here. Petros, take a picture with them. Hold on a second. Sorry about that, Dylan. All right, you follow me, camera guy? If anybody knows that reference, write it into YouTube right now. Are you following me, camera guy? I mean, come on, where's that from? All right, what's your name, man? What's your guy's name?
Matthew and Matthew. Yeah. Matt and Matthew. Yeah.
Are you guys friends?
Yeah. That's really weird. Hey, we grew up together. Shout out Rams. Temple City High School, baby. Rams.
What high school?
Temple City, home of the Rams. Home of the Rams. Shout them out.
All right, how long you guys been listening to PMS?
Oh, forever now. Yeah, as long as
Forever. They only been on the air for 10 years, 11 years.
10 years then.
How old are you guys?
33. 32. Yeah.
Oh,
thank you. Appreciate that. Come on. We're trying, you know.
What'd you guys do during COVID?
Well, yeah, we worked. Got laid off for a little while.
Luckily,
got
we got our jobs.
Yeah, I got it back. Yeah. Listen to all the virtual
Golf.
stuff.
I golfed a lot.
What's your guys' names on YouTube? Did you guys comment at all on the YouTube or Facebook? Did you guys comment?
We will.
But did you in the past ones? Because right now, as we speak, people are making comments, probably about you guys.
Yeah, Day Drunk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr. Moreno, 81. Let's go, baby.
Mine's Day Drunk.
Day drunk.
Day Drunk. Okay, we'll keep an eye out for them.
Yeah. Hit it up on Instagram, Day Drunk.
People watching right now are probably making comments about you guys.
Yeah.
Make all the comments you want.
Yeah, I probably see the Angels hat and they're like, "Oh, get this guy out of here."
Is this your first in-person tour?
No.
Oh no.
Been
there
to
a
the
long time.
Vans.
Yeah. Vans. We were there. A bunch of the BJs.
Ballast Point.
Also, Long Beach last time.
Jeannie Bus when she was there?
Yeah, we were there.
We got a pic with Dick and his bamboo stick.
This is Petros and Money.
By Dr. Stadium.
Oh, Philippe.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get 10% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models.
Hey, coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Dodgers on deck. Join me, Tim Cates, as the Dodgers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The All-Star break is coming up at first, a 3-game series against the Snakes. We get it started at 6. Join us here on AM 570 LA Sports and all along the iHeartRadio app.
Dodgers baseball is on the air and on your phone. Stream all the games on the iHeartRadio app and get all our exclusive Dodger podcasts as well. Just listen to AM 570 LA Sports every game, all season long.
Thank you for watching on YouTube and Facebook, the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour, and the virtual component as well. We're all winners, and we sure appreciate everybody being part of our summertime festivities.
For those of you that watched, we salute you.
And if you didn't, you never saw it.
That's true.
Not all personal injury law firms are the same. Experience counts. Results matter. If your case is important to you, call us now for a free consultation.
with imagination. The Petros and Money Show live from beautiful Rockin' Brews in Tustin, California. The PMS Chevy Summer Tour. Sign up to win a brand new Chevy Silverado on your table with the little thing, the QR code. Or you can just go to am570lasports.com, keyword Chevy, and sign up. We give away a Chevy Silverado every single year. We're also brought to you by Sweet James, who will be along. Rockin' Brews, which is a great place. We talked to Adam a little bit earlier, the CEO.
So happy. We were here for the grand opening. I think you put it best, a soft opening.
Soft launch.
And we, oh God, no way did he do that. That's pretty great. That is pretty great. But we're stoked that this place is still open.
We've hired a Vic the Brick impersonator.
Yes, exactly.
It's like an Elvis impersonator, but Vic's still alive.
We can't thank Adam enough for having us. As he mentioned, 22 locations trying to sort through the pandemic over the course of closures, openings, then closures again, then reopenings. We are excited that this location has still survived because it is an awesome spot. If you are driving home from work, we still go until 6 p.m. No cursing. We're still going until 6 p.m., and there is plenty of room, plenty of parking. Come see us, win Dodger tickets, win Magic Mountain tickets, and a host of other giveaways as we will be here for the next hour and a half. And by the way, top of the hour, how about Warren G?
Warren G!
How about Warren G going to be here sniffing Griffin's barbecue rubs and sauces?
Fools get tossed if they step across my barbecue grill. It is now time for the top story of the day. Didn't I order a beer? What do you got?
Well, I like to we had Tom Telesco. We had Tom Telesco on earlier, and even though it is a down period for the NFL, there is a website that I like to visit. It is called theredzone.org. And it is an aggregator of football, of NFL football content. They have each team divided up. You got links updated daily. Unless there is nothing that day, then the most recent headline is available. For instance, nothing going on with the Bolts, so the most recent headline is Anthony Lynn doing the Compas on the beat, our Latino beat writer contingency, Fernando Ramirez and Gilbert Manzano, doing an interview with him, but it's like a week ago.
Orale, Gil.
The Rams, also not a lot of sizzle. They have not updated since June 16th. However, I do want to point out that our friend Peter Schrager is co-hosting a podcast with Sean McVay called Flying Coach, where they interview other NFL luminaries.
I will say.
Do you get it?
I will say this.
Do you get it?
Peter Schrager loves the Killers about as much as Tom Telesco loves Pearl Jam.
This is what I find ironic about the title of the podcast, Flying Coach.
Neither of those guys ever flies coach?
I was on a flight from L.A. to Indianapolis direct for the Combine. Sean McVay, just hired by the Rams. Wade Phillips, his defensive coordinator, one of the most respected coordinators, son of Bum Phillips, an NFL lifer for 30 years. I'm sitting coach. Right across the aisle from me is Wade Phillips sitting coach.
And he's very big.
Very large man. Would you care to guess who wasn't flying coach?
Sean McVay. And he's the smallest out of all of you guys.
He's like 5'5". And Wade Phillips is flying coach. Just want to point that out. Meanwhile, the Raiders are clocking in with a new article posted today, as a matter of fact, in the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Yeah, Raiders!
And in case you didn't know, the headline says it all. Ice Cube knew Raiders was my squad for life at 14.
Oh, that's a good headline. That's like Taco.
That's
Kuzma's friend.
The latest. But the weird thing is at this redzone.org, they got like the sizzle right at the top of the page. It's not in the team separation. There's like 10 headlines. And for whatever reason, I kept seeing these Derek Carr stories. They kept popping up in these headlines.
Are you sure you saw them or they came out of your own head?
No, they were there.
Because I feel like Derek Carr.
They were there.
I mean,
they
some
were
might
there.
say you think a lot about Derek Carr.
They were there. I couldn't figure out what Derek Carr had been doing. Was he on some sort of media tour? Did he have a charity to promote? So he's out there doing multiple interviews with different podcasts and TV. He won't do this radio show anymore because I'm a saboteur and I ruined that relationship for Tim Cates. My apologies.
We could have had something with him.
We could have.
And we could have created a relationship with him and then asked the question.
We could have. Instead, I came right with it, and my apologies. Finally today, in the third headline in a row was a link that he did an interview about 15 minutes. It was a YouTube kind of thing, right? Like one of these digital shows.
Derek Carr, quarterback of the Raiders.
On a podcast digital show called Brothers from Another.
Kind of like what Tim Cates is doing here during the breaks.
Exactly.
With the microphone.
Exactly right.
Man on the street.
And you know what he was doing? The old Steve Hartman, Tony Bruno special. The American Century Championship golf tournament is happening in Lake Tahoe right now.
We've had Charles Barkley on the show. Oh, was it in Lake Tahoe? Yeah. We've had Michael Jordan on the show. Lake Tahoe?
Yeah.
We've had Aaron Rodgers on the show.
You guys are really missing out. You're missing out. We got the green light. You didn't get it. We're going to town. So we're not.
We've seen all these guys drunk with hookers. You don't know what it's like.
So Carr is there. He's got a middle-of-the-pack group for TV time purposes. Brian McCann, Chase Utley. It's certainly not Mahomes and Timberlake. It's not Jerry Rice and Ray Allen. It's not Aaron Rodgers and Larry Fitz.
You're saying he's got a bootleg group?
I mean, it's Tony Romo and Brian Urlacher. How much TV time is Derek Carr and Brian McCann going to get, right? But he's doing the media rounds. And
look at that Raiders guy's getting so pissed, the guy from La Jolla.
Oh, yeah. I get it. There it comes. So let's get started. I want you to give me, Petros, you played football at a very high level. You were the captain of the USC football team, Division I. What was it, Pac-8 back then?
Six-pack. Six-pack, we called it.
The Raiders finished 8-8 last year.
8-8, I will not vacillate.
When asked to take inventory of the season, here was Derek Carr's answer.
We have it?
We have it.
How close do you feel like you guys are to taking that next step in contending? Well, I mean, we're 3 or 4 plays away from having 12 or 11 wins. Like literally 3 plays. And it's like, we're so close.
Would you like to weigh in on the we're 3 plays away from having 11 or 12 wins, P, after an 8-8 season?
Only losers talking about they were winning at halftime. I mean,
the losers talk about we were winning at halftime.
Trust me, I'm a born loser.
That is some serious fan-ass. We were 3 plays away from being 11-5 or 12-4.
That's like me after calling like San Jose State versus USC. Like, man, if they just get 6 or 7 of those plays back,
yeah,
it wouldn't have been such a blowout. And we would have had a better game.
Is that some Clay Helton? Is that some how do you do? I mean, this is the starting quarterback, one of 32, and a damn good quarterback, no less, saying we were 3 or 4 plays away from being 11-5 or 12-4.
It's worse than that. It sounds like the dad of a high school quarterback saying we're 3 or 4. I mean, there's no such thing as 3 or 4 plays away.
No, because guess what?
How close do you feel like you guys are to taking that next step in contending? Well, I mean, we're 3 or 4 plays away from having 12 or 11 wins.
Like
literally 3 plays. And
let's
it's like,
literally 3 plays.
Literal. That made it. Yeah. Okay.
Literally 3 plays.
You watch the tape, Derek, not us. But okay. Buffalo Bills. We're sitting here with Andre Reed, and he goes, "Listen, we're 1 play away from a Super Bowl victory." Actually, you know what? You're right.
You're right. That's a 41-yard field goal. You're right.
I saw that, and you're goddamn right.
Yes.
You know, but this is not the original.
3 or 4 plays, 8-8 team. All right, that's 1. 2.
There's more?
Yes. Perhaps you heard the super cool superstars hanging out in the shop. Tom Brady and LeBron James rubbing elbows. And Brady kind of really feeling his street vibe, saying, yo, this team backed out late. And I was like, you're sticking with that mother scratcher? You remember that big story that made the rounds? And everyone's like, oh, it's Jimmy Garoppolo. Who could that quarterback be? What team was it?
I get it. Yeah, I hate sports, and I'm in a bad job for that.
I don't know about that.
You know, I just feel like I'm missing a lot of these stories.
So speculation became that was the Raiders, that it was Derek Carr that Brady was talking about, that Mayock and Gruden were interested in Brady. And then when the numbers started getting discussed, they were like,
that
we're
story
out.
That did come out there.
It did.
With Tom Telesco, who was here earlier, was also interested in Tom Brady.
And some people pointed to, hey, you know, the Bucs, they were up 18 with a couple minutes left, and Brady threw another touchdown pass to make it 4. And they really thumped the Raiders just to kind of give a double middle finger to those 2 guys for backing out late. That's kind of also part of the speculation.
I remember that.
So Derek Carr was asked about, hey, how you feel about that, being that mother scratcher that Brady's talking about?
From what I know, it wasn't me.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Which is good. And if it was, like, I've gotten in enough trouble trying to challenge some people to fight. But as a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tom, like, I know you got the rings, but if it's not me, then we're good. But yeah, what I heard, it wasn't me, and so I'm good with that. Yeah. But if it wasn't,
where'd you hear that it wasn't you?
I can't give away my source.
Okay, cool. You know? I gotta ask though.
Sources say, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just from a good source I heard. But hey, if it was, then that's different. We're men.
Oh yeah.
Not giving away my sources.
So it wasn't him.
And if it was, we're gonna fight.
So you're talking about Garoppolo?
I don't know. Nobody knows. But apparently, according to Derek Carr's sources,
you know, between the Chris Paul stuff yesterday and this Derek Carr, you're a real tiller of nefarious seeds,
right?
Here in Tustin, the home of
chopping
the
up sound. And finally, I do want to share quickly before we break and get to Sweet James. In the weirdest moment of the conversation, he was asked about being a Raider and his Raider for life mantra. And I don't know if he thinks this is the NBA in terms of how players move around and how championships work, but this was his answer to his, would you ever go to another team?
I have buddies, you know, on other teams that are playoff contenders every year begging me, bro, come play for us, bro, come play for us, come play for us. And I keep telling them, like, I love you, bro, but there's something about, like, I'd rather just go down with the ship, you know, if I had to, you know. That's just how I was raised. That's just how I was brought up, that, no, I'm going to do it here. This is my team. And if that, I'm telling you what, it would have to take a big talking and to get me to play somewhere else if that time ever came, because I'm a Raider. I'm a Raider for life. If I win one, so I can go team up with a whole bunch of my buddies. We could have done that already, you know, and probably won a couple championships, but I just didn't want to do that. You know, I wanted to stick it out here and do it this way.
I missed that.
I wish Telesco was still
here.
here.
I missed that. We should have asked him.
Didn't somebody get Telesco, plate of boneless wings, get him to hang around?
We probably would have won a couple championships if I would have gone to the team that my buddies are on. And I decided to just, like, look at the last 5 Super Bowl champions. And you got, obviously Tom goes to Tampa and they win immediately. You got Patrick Mahomes. You got, again, Tom Brady, the Patriots over the Rams.
All those guys are friends.
Yeah, Eagles over the Pats. Seemed like they were pretty happy with Carson Wentz. I don't know who his buddies were over there. And then, again, the Patriots over the Falcons, who had, again, Tom Brady and Matt Ryan. I don't quite know. I don't remember any quarterback saying, hey, I'm leaving my current situation because I got buddies and we're going to team up to make a super team and win a Super Bowl.
Well, you know, considering your attitude toward Derek Carr, I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any friends on the Chargers.
I would highly recommend you seek it out because it is an interesting interview to say the least. He was golfing.
Could
it was
it
the
be
afternoon.
that he was tipping back on the devil's urine? Could it be?
I would hope so.
It sounded like it.
I would hope so.
And I know he's a godly man, but Jesus turned the water into wine at the wedding.
Are we all supposed to drink? Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He did. And you know who helped him out? His mother, Mary. She said, my son will fix this terrible problem.
So there you go.
So if we run out of liquor, I expect some mother here who had an immaculate birth to offer up her son to help us out.
Jesus from Tulare.
Jesus, do you have a dad? Is he a carpenter? We'll be back.
Sweet James.
It seems like Carr's just hanging on to a thread.
It's very, I think he's losing his mind. I think he's truly losing his mind.
Like Adam Sandler in The Wedding Singer?
Yes.
And you're Lovett standing at the back of the curtain. He's lost his mind.
Lost his mind.
And I'm reaping all the benefits.
I need to get rid of my Stolen Valor cap from Frank. I feel very weird wearing the Marine cap.
It is kind of weird.
He's like, no, I'm letting you wear it. It's okay. I was like, yeah, it still feels like Stolen Valor, though.
Well, we are your Stolen Valor show, right?
Though. I'm no stranger to it, that's for sure.
I have a camouflage jacket in the car. Should I throw it on so we look like a couple of noms?
Right?
Get born on the 4th of July up on the screen.
Exactly right.
See those bedpans?
Oh. Sweet James next.
Petros and Money.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get 10% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models.
Hi, I'm Andre Ethier, former player of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Here in Los Angeles, Dodger fans love a good LA street dog. Today, my family and I are going to show you how to make the iconic baseball staple, along with a delicious spicy elote. To create the street dog, we're going to use Chef Marito's steak and meat seasoning. Chef Marito is the proud seasoning partner of the Los Angeles Dodgers. First, let's take a hot dog and a slice of bacon, and we're going to wrap it in a spiral. All right, I just got finished wrapping these hot dogs. Now it's time to go outside and bring out the chef and me. Now that I got the grill fired up, I got the griddle on medium heat. It's all heated up and ready for these hot dogs. We want to make sure our hot dogs are placed on there somewhat close so that they can hold each other accountable with their bacon on there. First, we're going to add onions, bell peppers, and jalapenos. Here we're going to add some of the Chef Marito steak and meat seasoning, a little Chef Marito black ground pepper, some of the Chef Marito garlic powder. Let's drag all these vegetables out in front of these hot dogs and scoop up some of that great fat from them. Best part about the Chef Marito seasoning is it not only adds great flavor to all what you're cooking, it helps you bring friends and family together. Let's throw this spicy elote on. We're gonna do it for 7 to 10 minutes. Make sure you monitor blackening, depends on how much you want on there. Hey, now that we let these roast on here for 10 minutes, I think they're all ready to go. Let's go throw these over on the table and throw on your favorite Chef Marito's seasoning. First, we're gonna take a nice paintbrush. We're gonna coat the elote. You're gonna get the cheese here. You can use a spoon and coat evenly, of course. And then we're gonna grab some of this butter. We're just gonna do a light little drizzle. And then we're gonna grab some of this Chef Marito's sal, chile, and limon seasoning, and we're gonna spread it all over evenly across. Now that we're done grilling and sitting around the table, with the help of Chef Marito's, I've created these great dishes, and I hope you do also. And they're sure to please even the toughest crowds.
Not all personal injury law firms are the same. Experience counts. Results matter. If your case is important to you, call us now for a free consultation.
Hey, coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Dodgers on Deck. Join me, Tim Cates, as the Dodgers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The All-Star break is coming up, but first, a 3-game series against the Snakes. We get it started at 6. Join us here on AM 570 LA Sports and all along the iHeartRadio app.
Summer Tour, and this is our first live on-location production since 2019, August of 2019, nearly 2 full years. A big thank you to Adam Goldberg, owner, founder of Rockin' Brews, for having us out in Tustin, 1222 Irvine Boulevard.
We still got at least another hour of great sports talk before Tim Cates takes over from this location to do Dodger Talk, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. But right now it is time for a long-standing PMS tradition that has been on hold since August of 2019. Sweet James Bergener, ladies and gentlemen, is in the house.
Order in the court. Order in the court. It's time for Justice with Sweet James.
Our generic Vic can almost immediately transform into a generic Sweet James.
It is remarkable. I thought it was James. I originally thought it was James.
Rolling up is the greatest personal injury attorney that ever lived, the one and only Sweet James Bergener. The beard is looking dense. His body is looking spry. 800-500-5200 is the number. There is only one dense beard of justice. It's not just a billboard in front of you. Stand not amazed. It is the real man, Sweet James Bergener.
He exists.
In the flesh and the follicles.
He is not a figment of our imagination.
Ready to solve your problems right now. And it is a big day for problem solving. Hello, Sweet James. How are you?
Hello, boys. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
We've been here before together, though.
We have.
Yeah, here at the Rockin' Brews.
We have. When's the last time I saw? I know we snuck in. I snuck in the studio during COVID.
Yeah.
So a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Wasn't that long.
And we're in constant communication.
Oh,
I mean, let's be honest.
Feels like we're
it
with
feels
each other
good
every
to
day.
be out here.
But isn't
This
it
is
great
with
to
the
see
people.
Sweet James? Is there a denser
man.
beard?
It's looking. It's out of control right now.
It is.
Yeah.
But when you see the crowd, Sweet James, and you know that it's been over a year since we've done something like this, 2 years almost.
It's been a while.
Tell us your feelings seeing this here.
My heart is full. This is amazing.
As
I
is
love it.
ours.
I love it.
Sweet James.
This is the official kickoff, though, to the Roaring 20s. We're gonna have it.
I mean, that's what
This
we're
is it.
hoping.
This
That's
is
what
it.
we're hoping. This is very similar. But
So in 10 years,
unfortunately,
we'll all be in a bread line.
Yes.
Yeah, bread line.
2029, watch out. But right now, let's roll this.
Oh, let's go bread line all day.
in the meantime, James, we have been forced to play generic, nondescript rock and roll beds.
It's Ronnie's
Wait,
fault.
what?
Yeah,
Where?
Ronnie's fault.
Ronnie doesn't do that.
Ronnie's scared of YouTube.
Yeah,
and
he's
Facebook.
scared of YouTube. He's scared of Facebook because we're broadcasting live on the AM 570
I'm
LA
gonna
Sports
text him
feed. So
right
here's
now.
the question.
I'm gonna text him right now.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen if he just freaking rips off Fallen Angel for 90 seconds?
Yeah. Brett Michaels ain't going to do nothing.
Who comes after us? What do we? I mean, you're our lawyer. What do we do here? The hell are we doing here?
It is. I tell my
I want
clients,
Love Gun by Kiss for 90 seconds.
That's all we're asking for.
That's all I want. Christine 16.
Some Strutter. Come on.
Strutter.
That's all
Give
I
me
need.
Strutter for 2 minutes. God damn it.
We'll be fine. We're going to be fine. We'll ask for forgiveness. That's better.
No, they'll shut us down on YouTube, and then the station gets us.
Can we sue
Ronnie,
Ronnie?
come
Can we
on,
sue
pick it
Ronnie?
up.
There's a reason.
No, they won't. They won't sue
All right.
Ronnie.
All right,
All right.
today-
We're not
Let's do the
suing Ronnie.
station.
We're not suing Ronnie.
Today's the original lead singer of AC/DC's birthday, Bon Scott.
Yes.
We all know how he died.
It's terrible.
All right, he choked on his own puke.
Adventure. I think it was called some Misadventure is what it was on his
Misadventure.
It was a misadventure.
Fair
on
enough.
alcohol.
on his death certificate.
Okay, but he died in the car outside the bar,
Yep.
and he just choked to death and
Yes.
died there. Now, let's say if I died here in Tustin in a similar, let's just say I died in my Silverado in a similar manner after the show. I go, I'm like, oh, what a show. And then, and I die.
Yeah.
And somebody comes and gives me a parking ticket, and I'm dead there in the thing.
Seal Beach comes out.
I like this.
Well, somebody.
Chicken ass ticket.
Tustin. They give a dead man a ticket.
Yeah.
If I can prove that I was dead,
Which I think you're going to be able to do.
right?
I think you'll be able to prove that.
Will they be able to?
I like this question.
Like, have you ever seen anybody give a ticket to a
to
dead body?
No, I've not seen dead body. You see the ticket.
Now, if I was dying or dead
Uh-huh.
and there was a ticket on the windshield, how would Sweet James Bergener, awarded Best Attorneys in America, 800-500-5200, how would they handle that situation?
Exactly. Prove it. Habeas corpus. Where is it?
Some kind of
Come on.
crime. Prove it, eh? and then our lawyer went, yeah, that guy.
All right, I got one. I got one for you,
Guys
James.
on every billboard in the country.
Smartest, smartest listeners in the world,
It's
right
him,
here.
It's him in a circle that just says, "Prove it."
Prove it, bitch.
Prove it.
All right, James, I got one for you.
We're going to take out the bitch. It's a little aggressive.
Here we are at Rock and Brews, right? Here we are at Rock and Brews. All right, so
we're
let's
having a
say
good time.
I'm at a stoplight, right?
Okay.
And there's some rocker in the car next to me, acid wash jeans,
Right.
tie-dye tank top.
White tank.
He's got, you know what?
Yeah.
I'll take your song. He's got Strutter, and he's got
Damn.
that freaking pinned to the right. It is bumping.
The 8x9s are just
Exactly. He's got freaking double amps. He's got kicker box, 6x9s, and
Pioneer.
the freaking front dash.
Pioneer 6x9s.
Exactly.
The good stuff.
Exactly. In
Okay,
honor
all
of
right.
Warren G. Pioneers. That's what he's got.
8x9.
And I can't.
Where's this guy from? What do you do?
Fancy.
8x9.
And I can't hear the oncoming ambulance.
Oh, the ambulance.
So the light turns green.
Okay.
And because he's banging Strutter,
Yeah.
I just hit the gas.
Okay.
And I get T-boned to the nines by the ambulance.
Great call.
Do you know who I sue?
Who?
Ambulance.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they got the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're not suing
That-
rock and roll Strutter
the
guy.
Hesher-
How do I sue a rock and roll guy?
Hesher's
Come on
broke.
now.
He's broke. He's a Hesher. He's broke.
So we sued the ambulance.
Ambulance would be sued first.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
Would I
yes.
be held? Do you think I would be held responsible?
You might be contributory negligent.
If I'm contributory negligent, then I sue the guy.
80-20.
Bingo. Exactly. There you go. 80-20. So you get a $100,000 award. You're 20% negligent.
Now, I got a question.
80,000.
When
right.
the ambulance company writes Matt a check,
Okay.
does it have the little snake with the frog on it? You know, the little the little ambulance thing? Does it have that on it where Matt's like, oh, all right, that's legit. This is valid.
I'm not even going to catch this. I love this logo.
I think we've solved our problems, right? Does everybody feel
Completely.
legally?
We good? We good?
Everybody feels legally counseled? Sweet James will be here walking amongst the crowd until he feels at home.
Now, does this guy have to actually run a credit card with Vic's name, or can Vic sue him for identity theft?
It's awesome, though. It's the glasses.
It is.
Work.
Yeah, the white
Yeah,
glasses.
that sets it off.
It really is.
Well
something.
done.
The generic Vic the Brick, even though I hate to admit
Mini
it,
gong. It's amazing.
it's a highlight.
It is amazing.
I believe it's the highlight. I don't know what's going to happen with Warren G, but to me, that's
Money.
Pretty special.
I don't think we're going to be able to peak that.
Gong it out, Vic.
Next time, though, I want you in like a casual outfit that costs at least $1,500, and then comb your hair, and you be the fake Sweet James.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, do it.
Right?
100%.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
I thought it was you. When
see
he was
the mark?
walking up, I thought it was you. It was like, holy crap, look what James did. This is amazing.
Sweet James went to Olvera Street and got a punch.
Yeah.
Sweet James, ladies and gentlemen, the best of the best.
Petros and
Dearest
Money.
friend.
The best.
You're the best.
The dead spirit of justice.
Don't go anywhere.
500, 5200, 800, 500, 5200.
Warren G is here. Warren G is here taking photos with you, the listeners. He is going to be here with us.
Turn up your 8x9s.
6x9.
I know.
8x9 would be
know.
something, though.
I know.
My
That's what I'm
God, that would
saying.
be an amazing. Maybe it's the metric system. There it is. Warren G, when we return, sniffing Griffin. Sure.
Is Petros and Money.
personal injury law firms are the same. Experience counts. Results matter. If your case is important to you, call us now for a free consultation.
This is Petros and Money.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get 10% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models.
Hey, coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Dodgers on deck. Join me, Tim Cates, as the Dodgers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The All-Star break is coming up at first, a 3-game series against the Snakes. We get it started at 6. Join us here on AM 570 LA Sports and all along the iHeartRadio app.
Hi, Colin here. It's time for World Champion Dodger Baseball on your home of the Dodgers, AM 570 LA Sports.
Rock and roll haiku fans are feeling you. Number one, thank you for watching the haikus on YouTube and Facebook and the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour in full effect. You want the haiku? You want some rock and roll? You got it. Coming up next.
We are Petros and Money, and we endorse Rockin' Brews in Tustin. Go Tillers, where great music
meets great food.
Yeah.
This is Petros and Money. From a secret off-site location, possibly in the Far East, possibly in Whittier, this is Vic the Brick Jacobs on the Petros and Money Virtual Chevy Summer Tour.
Ooh yeah! Rock and roll haiku for you. Are you ready to rock? This is homage to one of the great rock bands of all time and space. They emanated, born in Brooklyn, New York. They saw all the bands. They saw the Stones. They saw the Beatles. They saw the Who. And they said, we gotta fill a void. We gotta put some paint on, and we gotta do some pyrotechnics and just rock. Like it's our last show every night on stage. I'm talking Kiss. I wanna rock and roll all night and take it to the streets. I wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Kiss. I'm feeling you.
Deck, your hands on the tiller, your eyes on the horizon, and your beer in the fridge.
Throwing it out, Vic, Petros and Money. Where's my pizza and where's my beer?
I ordered some fries.
Petros and Money, AM 570 LA Sports, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, but more importantly, live everywhere on YouTube and Facebook today. It is the 5th stop of the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour, live on location.
And right now they're bringing him out, Matt.
Right in the middle.
One of our heroes from the LBC.
Oh, look at him. Here he comes.
Back in the day, a hero of Los Angeles and Long Beach. now selling
a star. I can't believe he's here.
We've made a few attempts to get this man on the show.
I can't believe he's here.
But finally, we do have the OG regulator. 2-1 in Lewis is where it popped off for all of us. Football family as well. His son just signed with the Bills, going to camp in a couple of weeks. Elijah,
Go
we watched him play
Bills.
for We Are Number One. But here with us is a local legend and a global rap superstar, the one and only Warren G.
Thank you.
A very elusive guest
That's
on the
awesome.
Petros and Money Show on the Chevy
Hell yes.
Silverado celebrity headset. What's cracking, Warren G? How are you?
I'm good, man. Just chilling, hanging out. Summertime, enjoying myself, just having a good time.
Now, first
barbecuing is what you're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
and you do know that.
Exactly right.
fools get tossed if they step across my barbecue grill. Remember that one?
Yes,
Summertime
indeed.
in the LBC.
Yes, indeed.
You know, I gotta say, because I lived in the San Pedro or South Bay area in the '90s.
Oh yeah.
And I remember when Long Beach rap became a thing that everybody knew about.
Yeah.
And you were right on the ground floor of that. Your family
Yes,
was right
indeed.
at the ground
Yes, indeed.
ground floor of that.
Yes, indeed.
What was that like? And still, wherever you go, especially in this part of the world, it must be such a wonderful thing.
I mean, I love just, being just to give people great music and have a good time it's just the West Coast lifestyle. You know what I mean? Summertime barbecues, low riders, the Dodgers, the Lakers.
There we go.
Hey, it's just a West Coast culture, and me growing up in Long Beach and getting into music, all of that was my music. Everything that I did was our culture. So that hey, I just love having fun and making great music.
Did it surprise you though that related to everybody? That what you guys were doing in Long Beach in a small place, on a small level, it's a neighborhood.
Yeah.
That became something that everybody in the world related to.
Yeah. I mean, man, it was the way that's how we grew up, and that's how we grow up out here in California. And I mean, I'm just a product of Long Beach and Los Angeles, period, on how we grew up. You know what I mean? So that's why everybody can relate to what I'm talking about, because they've been through it. Some of the things that I talk about, I'm going to go back just for a little bit.
Please.
Just like when I said, when the street lights come on, my mother, if you wasn't in the house when the street lights came on, oh, you getting ready to get it. So I had made sure I got in the house so people could relate to that. Being young and growing up, and we was out in the street, so we had to be home before them lights was out. So I came on. So that's just how we grew up, man. And that's how it comes out in my music. Everything I said on my records, everything I've done is all real. It's not, and I'm not no big time like a gangster, gang banging. No, I ain't into that. I just tell my story and have fun and just do my music and love for people that to love what I do and relate to it.
Came across.
Warren G is with us. It was different than anything we had heard. It was melodic. It was a different beat. It was a different vibe. It's one thing to kind of come up in a group and feel like, okay, this is what they're doing on the West Coast. This is what they're doing on the East Coast. We'll probably figure out how to wedge our way in, but it was so different. What was the initial reaction to what you were doing? Was there resistance? Did people get it right away? And how did you find it? How did you find that sound?
Just being myself.
That was
being myself and wanting to be different from everybody else. That's why I did the record of the Regulator, which was a cover from the Doobie Brothers.
Right.
That's different. You know what I mean? Because a lot of artists was just more hardcore, this, that, and this. So I said, well, why don't I do a change and do something over some music that was from the old school that sound good, and do a story over it that people can listen to and groove to, but still get the message out of it at the same time. But it was I was turned on to it from my parents, to
the Doobies.
Yeah, to Michael McDonald and the Doobie Brothers. So all of that was in me, just just growing up, with the barbecues.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And all of that was just a mixture of just.
So would you
our
play like
lifestyle,
backyard barbecues? Is that what you guys? That's kind of where
yeah,
you guys
my
would
dad,
perform.
My dad would cook at the barbecues. Can I cuss?
No.
Okay.
I mean,
we are still old school
Hey, it's
AM
all
radio.
good. That's why I had to ask.
It's
No, I
not like
appreciate that.
it's not like
'Cause I'd be
K-Day.
like, well, you know what? No, but yeah, no, my pops, my family period just love to cook, and we just used to have good times at cookouts and family gatherings and stuff like that, and it's just that's just what we love to do, and is life is too short to go through a bunch of BS and all the extra stuff, but every now and then when everybody get together, it's just lovely and good times, and everybody feel good.
Well, there's no doubt that it's always been a great vibe. It's been a global vibe, but a local
Shots.
vibe and a true local vibe. Warren G. Sniffin' Griffins, Warren G. Productions. We have
Yes,
the original
indeed.
barbecue sauce. It's hard not to open it up.
I know. I want to
and
drink
take
it.
a taste.
I just want to drink it.
But
Sniffing Griffin's food.
yeah,
That's it.
tell us about this because it's a new endeavor for you and it's pretty exciting.
I love to cook. As far as barbecuing, I ain't a chef. I'm a pit master.
We get it.
I could say I'm a pit master, but like I said, just growing up and watching my dad, barbecue and us having good times, it stuck with me. So whatever I did, from a teen, even wherever I was at, whenever I would cook, for my friends, no matter who it was, I just wanted to do that. We listen to music and stuff and just bring a good vibe. And all of that came from, like I said, back in the day, those days of having fun and this, that, and this. So it stuck with me. So here I am. I kept doing it. So my friends was like, Warren, you love to cook so much. Why don't you start, doing products and stuff and letting people really taste these flavors that you cook with? So I said, you know what, let me take a shot at it and get out there, put the spices together. I put a bunch of different spices together, a bunch of flavors together within my sauces, and collaborated with some of my friends. They helped me out and came up with Sniffin' Griffin's barbecue sauces and rubs. And I ain't saying that it's the best out there, but
it is.
It's
but it is.
Hey, I'll let you guys. If you guys check it out, I'm telling you, I ain't toot my own horn. And you got whoever to see me, they might have seen me say that, but it is absolutely delicious. And I ain't just saying that because it's mine. It is delicious, and I want the world to see it and understand it and taste it and say, goodness gracious, he ain't lying.
Well, family and locally inspired. It's
Yeah.
got the Long Beach skyline right there.
I love
Long Beach in the background.
Yeah, I love the background. It's Sniffin' Griffin's Barbecue BBQ.
Yes, indeed.
Sniffin' Griffin's BBQ.com
Yeah.
to order. What is, because we got rubs, we got sauces.
Yes.
What's the most, like, I know you need them both. You want to dry rub, you want to get that meat right.
Yeah.
And I see the all-purpose rub with a lot of pepper in there and the garlic. I love it.
The bite through.
The bite through.
You can put that on anything.
So what do you like to like? What's if someone says, "Hey, Warren, I need you to barbecue meat. This is your trophy meat. What are you, ribs? Are you tri-tip? Like what is your go-to?
Salmon.
Beef short.
Salmon.
I got now. That's one of them. But I can't just. Oh, you want me to pinpoint one?
Like if you're in the competition, if you're in the pitmaster competition, you're grilling what?
If I was in a competition, I would cook my beef short ribs and a brisket.
Okay.
And
you use which sauce? You'd use obviously the all-purpose rub.
Hey, I would all-purpose rub, the barbecue, the smoking me out sauce. Any of them, it don't even matter.
Right.
But the smoking me out barbecue sauce, that's one of my favorite. I'm all of them was my favorites, but that one I'd like to, when I do my short ribs or a brisket, I throw that a dip in that right there. But I do all of them, so it's all good. Yes, indeed.
So, what do you grill on? Are you on a smoker? Are you on like a Weber kettle? Are you on a gas grill? What do you cook on?
Reverse flow barbecue pit.
I don't even know what that is. That's fancy stuff. Man.
I got a friend that build barbecue pits. His name is G Stacks.
It's Warren G.
And
I know.
Yeah, and he I met him about 5 or 6 years ago, and I told him to build me a pit, so he built me a pit. With the reverse flow is where you have a plate that come under the pit. You have your firebox here, and you have a plate that comes over, but the heat comes and it rolls over, and it rolls over to me. So it's like a convection heat. I don't have to do all the turning over and stuff like that, but it's a smoking process, and it's all wood. And you could start it with your charcoals, let them get white, then pop your wood on there, and then let your wood kick in, let it ash.
Process. Wow.
And then you get to your to the right temperature that you want to be at, and then it just rolls over the meat. But it's a lot of patience, a lot of good music, a lot of beer.
There you go. Right. There we go.
Shouts of tequila.
There we go.
And if the atmosphere is right, it all works.
All right. Now I hope this goes right. I hope it does. I'm not sure if it will.
Know that.
Are you going to ask him about modern music today, like we did with the guy from the Doors?
I'm gonna share a story. So prior to this career, I was in the music business, and for a while I worked for Island Records. And I was in this conference room, and Leor Cohen was in there. And
one of my bosses.
I thought he was going to kill somebody because he is freaking out.
Yeah.
Because the Dove Shack and the Twins aren't happening.
Yeah.
And Warren G has sold 3 million records.
Yeah.
And you punk ass mother effers have got to figure out how to piggyback the Twins and Dove Shack on Warren G. And thankfully, I was just a college radio guy that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So I'm just in the corner of the room.
You couldn't piggyback on this DJ Warren.
Yes, this was not my gig, but I am watching him
the cheat up sound.
Air people out. And I know you were on both those records, the Twins. So share with me, if you don't mind, and everybody listening, how that worked. Who were the Twins? Who were because they were supposed to piggyback Warren G into superstardom. And Leor Cohen was pissed that it did not. The Twins and the Dove Shack. They did well. They did really well.
Great.
They did well at college radio. We were fine.
Yeah, they did great. They went gold.
They went gold.
Yeah, the Twins went gold.
But he was thinking triple, quadruple platinum for these things.
Well, see, they got to put in more work.
Okay,
the music was there,
right?
So, but
now those were your guys, or
the Twins is some of my best friends. We went to elementary school together. We grew up together all our life. Me, Snoop, the Twins, Nate. A bunch of the names I mentioned in this DJ, we all grew up together from elementary school, and we still tight to this day. We're still tight.
It's good to know that.
But
yes.
With the Twins, the music was there. The music was there. The Dove Shack, there was a group that was in Long Beach that was doing their thing, and what I did was I gave them a boost.
Right.
I took them up under my wing and said, okay, you guys come over here. Y'all from the same city, so come over here with me. And I knew them. I've grown up with a couple of the Dove Shack members all my life also. So I brought them over and got down. I told them, y'all get down over here with the funk. You know what I'm saying? So they came over, gave them good music, told them what the directions they need to go, told the Twins what directions they need to go, and it all worked out. They had great records.
They did. I said it. It was great.
It was gold.
I was just in that room, and Leor Cohen was breathing fire.
That's just how he
breathing
is.
Fire.
I have to say,
Warren. Warren. I'm like,
and
Warren.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
A big, intimidating man.
Leor, he got balls because he came down into where I'm from, and like in the heart of my neighborhood. And hung out. He came to my apartment. That's why I did regulate that. I had an apartment off of San Antonio and Long Beach Boulevard. And I was by myself. I didn't have no furniture. All I had was a studio in my apartment and a puppy. I had a pit bull puppy. Her name was OG. And she was boo-booing everywhere. And that's all I had, and just records. And he came there just to listen to what I was doing. So he came, listened. That's when I first played Regulate for him, and he lost it. He was like, Warren.
This is it.
Yeah, Warren. You know how he
Warren.
talked.
Very authoritative.
Can I have this? I said, take it. So he took it, and
Above the Rim soundtrack, right?
Yeah, the Above the Rim soundtrack, that happened through me.
Right.
What I did was I went up to see. Well, I was hanging out with Dre and a cat named Mike Lynn who was at the studio. I played it for him. He was like, man, that's dope. Mike Lynn was. Dre was like, that's dope. So Mike was like, can I take this? Can I play this for Jimmy? So I said, okay, fine, go ahead. So he took the cassette, played it for Jimmy. Jimmy was like, man, this we want this to be the single for our Above the Rim soundtrack. So I was like, cool. But before that, I did Endo Smoke, which was on the Poetic Justice soundtrack. That it was the same thing. Paul Stewart, which is one of the guys that was also involved with me connecting with Lior. That record had blew up on the Poetic Justice soundtrack. That went gold and on to platinum. So that went platinum. Above the Rim went 4 platinum back then, which is probably about 15 or 20 platinum by now.
Right.
Yeah.
And it carried all the way over to my record. And we took Regulate and we re-released it again and put it out. Well, we did this DJ. We did Regulate. Then we put this DJ that came right behind.
Oh, I remember that.
And then Do You See came up under that.
Right.
Which was just.
And that was what, 4 million you guys did, I think, on that? On Regulate?
It was Regulate was about worldwide about I'll say about this. Snoop hit me right now. Do y'all mind if I talk to him?
No, talk to him. We'll go to break.
Snoop calling.
The
Snoop
one and
calling.
only Warren G, ladies and gentlemen. It's
What's up,
Sniffin'
Snoop?
Griffin.
Look at that.
Barbecue
Hello?
sauce and rubs at
I'm on here with-
SniffingGriffinBBQ.com.
He's on with Snoop.
No, I'm not there. I'm gonna come later. Just tell me where I gotta go and I'll be there.
Oh, there's a show tonight.
Huh?
All right,
There we go.
Ronnie.
He's gonna text it to him.
Say hi to everybody up here.
Here we go.
Snoop.
Here we go.
Say something real quick. Say hi to everybody. I'm up at Rock and Brew Bar, Sniffing Griffins. We hanging out, man. Just tapping in.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all hear? It's Snoop Dogg. He said, "What's up, everybody?"
Yeah.
All right.
Look at that. It is the Sniffing Griffins. Barbecue sauces, rubs available.
He in
at
Ontario
Sniffin'.
tonight before. Oh, my bad.
Keep going,
Tell him
keep
he in
going.
Ontario tonight performing. So if y'all ain't doing nothing after we do our thing with Petros, hey, and money,
Yes.
come hang out.
Ontario.
Take it down the town.
Ontario, baby.
tonight. Warren G, you're the best, man.
Warren G, a real prince
Hey,
of the
let me
city.
know what's up, Snoop. I'm gonna tap in as soon as I leave out
It's
here.
unreal.
The great Warren G, ladies and gentlemen.
SniffingGriffinsBBQ.com. Thank you, Warren.
Check this out. This is Warren G, and you hanging out with the Petros and Money Show. You better ask somebody. If you don't know, now you know. Shut.
How cool is that, man? We're still going? Hey, Warren G, are you kidding me? Let's look at the crowd right now. We got about 350 plus people, more coming in. We're going to spin the camera around. Everybody can kind of look left. Everybody's having a good time. Get a shot of the fake Vic the Brick right there. How about that? The poncho, the glasses, the bamboo stick. I mean, the mini gong, everything. It's awesome. It's awesome. Thank you to everybody who's been out here. If you missed the what is this, the 5th stop of the PMS Summer Tour, there's 3 more happening. I'm going to let you in on a little secret right now. We haven't told anybody where the next one's going to be. It's at Brewery X in Anaheim. Brewery X in Anaheim, coming up in a few weeks. Be listening for the date. Brewery X in Anaheim is the next stop. Be listening for when the date is. But, I mean, look at this place. COVID? What COVID? Spin around. Dylan, spin around here. Let's get a shot of all the people. Having a good time. By the way, I'm still not looking at the comments in the box, all right? All you haters on YouTube and Facebook, I'm not looking at the comments in the box. But you heard it here first. Brewery X, next PMS Summer Tour. If you're watching right now, come hang out. Look at what Matt's eating. Matt's eating pizza right now. Talking to Dave Weeks. We're going to say goodbye for now. We'll say goodbye for now.
This is Petros and Money.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get 0% financing for 72 months on select popular Chevy SUVs. Or get 10% of MSRP cash back on most 2021 Equinox models.
Hey, coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Dodgers on deck. Join me, Tim Cates, as the Dodgers take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The All-Star break is coming up at first, a 3-game series against the Snakes. We get it started at 6. Join us here on AM 570 LA Sports and all along the iHeartRadio app.
Dodgers baseball is on the air and on your phone. Stream all the games on the iHeartRadio app and get all our exclusive Dodger podcasts as well. Just listen to AM 570 LA Sports every game, all season long.
Thank you for watching on YouTube and Facebook, the Petros and Money Chevy Summer Tour, and the virtual component as well. We're all winners, and we sure appreciate everybody being part of our summertime festivities.
For those of you that watched, we salute you.
And if you didn't, you never saw it.
That's true.
Not all personal injury law firms are the same. Experience counts. Results matter. If your case is important to you, call us now for a free consultation.
The Rock and Brews, 1222 Irvine Boulevard. We're here for another 20 minutes, 17 minutes.
It's the Petros and Money Show Chevy Summer Tour live from beautiful Tustin, California. Warren G., Tom Telesco, Sweet James Bergener, all of them have been in the house. Sweet James is still chopping it up with the people to the right. Warren G., this DJ be Warren G. to the left. We're having a wonderful experience, and everybody's having such a great time. Our first live event since August.
Nobody's doing this.
Of 2019. Nobody does this.
Nobody's doing this.
And we do have a couple unmentioned luminaries that are here, Matt. The guy from Pelican Hill Golf Course that narked out the fact that Kobe and Mike Brown.
Oh, yeah, we're having the meeting.
We're having a
Didn't that cost him his job?
He got fired because of us, and he is here. And he was right. He left. We love that guy. I showed him love, though. But he left. The guy that we got fired.
He was drunk.
Well, if somebody's drunk, I think it's best that they relax, Or,
sure. Go get a nap in.
Yeah, but that guy was here, and I think that it's important to mention his name because he lost his job.
He did. He was rolling with Jesus from Tulare, who drove 4 hours to get here, and I believe he has since left as well. I think we should also shout out Katie. We mentioned Adam, who joined us, but thank you so much to Katie from Rock and Brews. We love you, Katie. You're awesome. You were at all of our Rock and Brews shows in 2019, and we're stoked you're here and that you're open and operating at Rock and Brews in Tustin.
And one thing I'm shocked about is all of the lovely couples that are here. There's a lot of husband and wife and boyfriend and girlfriend crews that enjoy the show together as a couple, maybe even sexually, and we appreciate that.
Don't we, though?
That's a big part of us because we're all about holding and touching and
loving and touching and squeezing.
The grip and the muscle. That's what we're all about here, the grip and the muscle.
And the ripping and the tearing.
Well, not too much. And a big thank you to our sponsors, Matt, Chevrolet and the Chevy Silverado. Have any of you not signed up to win the Chevy yet? Because if you haven't signed up to win the Chevy yet, that's heresy. That's bad. That's Joan of Arc's fate. Come on now. You got to sign up to win the brand new Chevy Silverado or am570lasports.com/Chevy. A big thank you to Chevy and the Dead Spirit of Justice.
Sweet James joined us as well. You mentioned Warren G. Sniffin' Griffins, BBQ.com. Awesome sauces. We gave out a bunch here today. Warren's still taking photos with the people. But you mentioned the QR. I want to mention for those of you that are here, there are QR codes all over the tables.
Yeah, you got to
Just
sign
use
up.
your smartphone, snap a photo of that. It'll take you right to the website, or if you have a QR reader, it'll do it automatically.
Young,
and
help
sign
the
up.
old.
Yes.
Help the old.
We did have Young Silk Bra helped out veteran Vietnam vet Frank sign up. So thank you, Silk, for doing that. The Young Help the Old. If you need to figure out how to sign up to win that Chevy Silverado, we'll get a finalist today. You can sign up at am570lasports.com/Chevy. And we're giving it away at the end of August at our 8th and final stop.
Thank you, LA Galaxy couple.
Yes.
We got one more segment, everybody. And then an hour of Tim Cates for all the real drunk till 7 o'clock.
Exactly right.
Broncos Casino Dodgers on deck. What a success this has been.
Great success.
How can we screw it up in the end?
How good is that pizza?
The pizza's delicious.
Delicious.
I've been watching it cook in the sun.
Our windmill has collapsed.
No! What happened? Warren G knocked it over? Who did that?
Cates knocked it over. Cates was embracing his YouTube stardom. And it got him.
Damn it.
Dead and Alive when we return. Last segment of the show.
You're clear.
Petros and Money.
Social Matt.
Smarmy Promotions guy, Dave Weiss.
The VP of Kiss FM Marketing. He doesn't show up for much.
Right.
Poor guys like carrying chairs around.
Steak face.
Yeah. Last year, I was hanging out with Taylor Swift in a limousine. This year,
Rocket Bruce Tustin.
Carrying around speakers at Rocket Bruce Tustin. Hey, no one ever said it was easy. You effed up. You trusted us. Bert, our wonderful engineer. Ronnie Fascio back at the station, of course. Colin
Yee,
who's been hanging out. All of our wonderful listeners, each and every one of you. We love you. Sweet James, Tom Telesco. What can you say about
Warren G,
Warren
sniffing Griffins.bbq.com. He stayed here for like an extra 20 minutes just snapping photos.
I think he's still here.
Unbelievable.
A wonderful guy. It's just been a really special thing.
Great return to the public.
Yeah, without belaboring the point, we will have another summer tour event to announce on Monday.
We'll give you the date. 23rd is the date. We were allowed to give the date. We'll give the location next week.
But this has been very special, and thank you. Your dead guy birthday of the day, 114 years old today, the great cowboy singer Eddie Dean, Gene Autry, Mr. California Angels, as we are OC today, called Eddie Dean, born Edgar Dean Glossop in Posey, Texas, the best cowboy singer of all time. And that was also a sentiment that Roy Rogers shared. Dean was known for this song, I Dreamed of Hillbilly Heaven, which became a big hit for Tex Ritter 6 years after its release.
Is that right?
In 1955. Dean had only two other charted songs. One has my name, the other has my heart.
Okay, I get behind that.
And you know,
that's some cowboy music right here.
Sure
it was everybody's favorite.
And the song Way Out Yonder. And the song I Headbutted My Hog in Despair. I made that one.
Then he says, Eddie
Dean died in Westlake in 1999 at the age of 91.
You know who it was?
I dreamed of Hillbilly Heaven. Eddie Dean.
He wants the paper. Over there, he's open. Your live guy birthday today, Ronnie. Give me that Gravity Rides Everything. Isaac Brock, freaking super talented. Happy 46th. Modest Mouse, tough life growing up. Lived on a hippie commune and then
very
a mime.
a modest.
Yes, got way into God and Said he was like pressured to speak in tongues, and his stepdad was a nightmare, so he lived in a shed outside their trailer for a while.
Like Raymond LaMontagne.
Left Washington State at 16, moved to D.C., then the big town, then back to Seattle. Modest Mouse recorded its first EP, Blue Cadet 3, Do You Connect? K Records put it out. Up Records in 97 released The Lonesome Crowded West, which was an indie rock celebration. Ton of Best Album of the Year nods. Best of the... God, that hurt. It really hurt. I mean, that really, really hurt. Can we just cut the YouTube feed?
That just put me full Willem Dafoe platoon
on the ground,
just straight to my knees.
I mean, that really. Can you play another 30 seconds of Dashboard or something, Ronnie? Man. I think we can get away with that, right? Can we get like another 30 seconds out of? But anyway, it was a major label frenzy trying to sign Modest Mouse. Epic got him. Of course, Float On was like the song of the year in 2000 and whatever.
They finally blew up, yeah. After all that time.
He's still making records. They actually just put out a new record
it's good.
2 weeks ago. It's really good. I listened to it on the way down. F Your Acid Trip, the lead single. Fantastic. First track you hear. Modest Mouse, Happy 46, lives in Portland. Isaac Brock.
All right, let's go. Batter up.
City of Hope pregame.
City of Hope Dodger pregame at City of Hope. They're researching, they're fighting, and they're going hard.
CityofHope.org.
Against cancer. CityofHope.org.
Coming up, David Price going to get the start with the attrition in the Dodger pitching staff. Thank you, everybody. We love you.
Is this one okay to play?
I don't know. Stick around for Tim Cates. Dodgers on deck. All right, we got to get out.
When you want Dodgers, the
Thank you, guys.
is AM 570 LA Sports.
Everybody loves fuel, otherwise how...